plenty of time for Kyle Pitts, maybe into a new system now, new head coach, new quarterback. Maybe Kyle Pitts can reestablish himself because the talent's there, right? Like we make fun of it all the time, like Kyle Pitts. Oh, that's it. Everybody keeps holding, but the talent's there. He did it in college. He did it his first year as a rookie. Like the potential is there for Kyle Pitts. He knows, like he's got to produce it. The dude wants to get paid. There's a very clear path for him to be the number 2 weapon in this offense and kind of reestablish himself as an elite dynasty asset, and maybe even like leapfrog guys like Sam Laporta, TJ Hawkinson, George Kittle. This could be a situation. Again, I know it sounds outrageous because we've been burned for 3 years straight, but Kyle Pitts could find himself as the tight end 3 by 6 months from now, right behind Trey McBride and Brock Bowers, right? Sure. Like there is path for that. And again, a big gamble, but man, like you guys have said, who else are they throwing the football to?
Rich, here we go. Name the rookie that will have the most dynasty value in the offseason of 2027. What is your first guess?
First answer out of Team Dotson over here. We're going to go Teteroa McMillan.
Tet McMillan is on the board as the 7th answer. So the lowest scoring value.
Yeah.
He gets 4 points.
Yeah, let's just get out of the way, Ashton Genty.
All right, Ashton Genty, highest scoring response here, and that is worth 52. Ooh. 52. So over half the people picked Ashton Genty.
And my answer is Trevion Henderson.
Trevion Henderson is 5th off the board. So you have the first response, the 5th response, and the 7th response. So still 4 out there. No strikes yet. You've been perfect.
Number 4 guess is got to be the guy everybody's taking at number 2. And everybody takes number 2s in life. Don't lie. Omarion Hampton on the board.
Omarion Hampton is number 3. We're still looking for 2, 4, and 6. Rich, what's your next guess?
Number 2 answer on the board.
Okay,
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter is, in fact, the number 2 answer on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Rich, what's your last 2 guesses?
I think some people are out there that were in the beginning of the season very high on this person. They loved him. They wanted to coddle him. They said he was better than a lot of other guys. And that answer is Caleb Johnson.
And we have our first strike on the board here, Rich. Caleb Johnson, not one of the responses.
Show me the number 1 overall pick, a guy who has looked good in OTAs, which OTAs mean jack diddly squat. But go ahead and throw him on the board anyways, Garrett, and show me CW Cam Ward.
Cam Ward is the number 6 answer on the board.
Can't believe I took Caleb Johnson. Oh man. All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna go on the board here, and I'm gonna say, let's just get out of the way because there's no way I'm not guessing this guy. And too many people know that listen to this show, and everybody agrees with me more than agree with everybody else, because the simple fact is, fellas, that I am right as equally as you are, but I talk more. So I tell the pervy jokes. So everybody's listening to me, and that guy has 2 letters for a first name, and the last name begins with an H. It is R.J. Harvey. And by Garrett's face, I feel like
it is not R.J. Harvey.
It is not R.J. Harvey.
And I'm going to go Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren is incorrect. Matt,
for the win, for the steal.
Can you steal?
There's still good options. This is hard. This is not as easy as one would think, because there's Quinshon Judkins, there's Colston Loveland, there's Jackson Dart. It's super flex, tight end premium. I'm going to go Loveland. I'm going to go Colston Loveland for the steal.
I can't believe I forgot Quinshon Judkins. I can't believe it.
Well, it's a good thing you did, because that is incorrect. The number 4 option, Emeka Egbuka.
Dang it.
Number 4.
Dynasty, hot body, hot boy, Dynasty, hot summer. In Dynasty, it's so easy to find yourself on another league just because you just want to draft. Like drafting is so fun. Fast Draft gives you the opportunity. And you draft a team, then you set it, forget it. And then you open up the app at the end of the year and you go, look at me. Got so much coin in my bank account now because I did so well. So if you go on there, Fast Draft, use the promo code NERDS. They're going to match your deposit up to $50. And with that, they're also going to allow us to give you a free Nerd Herd membership. So we're going to give you a free 1-year membership to Nerd Herd, everything that comes with it, extra podcast, and of course the Dynasty GM app, which is the dopest tool out there in the world today when it comes to fantasy football and Dynasty. If you're already a Nerd Herd member, we're going to send you a gift certificate to the merch store. So check them out. Fast Draft.
All right. So if you are new here, this is the Roster Rescue Show brought to you by Dynasty Nerds. And we do a lot of different things here. One, we grade your rosters. We tell you what to do, what moves to make, what kind of trades, all of those kinds of things. You can scan the QR code in the upper right-hand corner that says submit a roster. And we're going to make sure that we go through and we get nitpicky about your team, your league, and how you can make the best use of your assets there. But we also have like what Michael and Mike just did, where if you want to just, hey, I don't know that I want a full roster rescue. I don't know that I need you guys to check everything out. I just need to know about a specific deal or a specific trade or things like that. Then you can just put in a super chat just like these two guys did, and we guarantee to get to those questions. What are our feelings about J.K. Dobbins? If you're a contender, are you okay with him as potentially like a flex guy for you? Are you just avoiding?
Yeah, I feel comfortable as a potential flex play. We've seen Sean Payton utilize 2 running backs before in his offense. Versatile players, so they can use him. But I think they are going to rely on that running game. And Sean Payton's going to help out Bo Nix there. So I think the biggest thing what's nice about J.K. Dobbins, any point if anything happens to Harvey, you have a running back 1. What a great upside value. I feel pretty good about J.K. Dobbins, and I think he does offer the potential of some flex play. I could argue I'm probably higher on Jalen Wright than anybody in the industry. That's how all in I am. I've tried to trade for him. I've tried to give 2nd-round picks for him. You said this is a team that runs a lot of motion. We already saw that it could support 2 high-end running backs. Jalen Wright was a player that fits this offense to a T. He's what coming out a couple of years ago, he's the most explosive running back in the draft class. He adds a little weight. He has a clear-cut path to be in this offense. This is a year I think you're right, boom or bust. Is he a part of this offense? Does he make it work?
David Njoku. Is there a path where he once again shows that he can be a top tier guy and we see not even just a tight end 1 season, but maybe even a top 3 tight end season?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Stefanski's going back to his offense from 2 years ago, going to run a lot of 12 personnel. And David Njoku, who's literally gotten better from not only an NFL standpoint, but from a fantasy football standpoint, every single year. I think there's a really good chance that David Njoku could definitely eat up the middle. And definitely with a smart quarterback, like you said, if Joe Flacco gets in there and can really read and check down the defense and go to a second read, which I think would be Njoku, I think he's a great buy. I think he's a great add. I think to me, I feel more sure about him helping me be that tight end difference maker than a guy even like Sam Laporta.
Welcome into Fantasy Roster Rescue. I am your host, Garrett Price, here with my good friend and co-host, Rich Dotson. Rich, how you doing today, man?
Doing swell on this miraculous Monday morning.
Yeah, we've had some preseason action so far, so we're starting to learn a few more things. So getting excited about that. Pete, how was your weekend, my friend?
I've been a Mariners fan for 29 years, and this is arguably the best 7-day stretch that I can remember as a Mariners fan. So I've been great. And preseason's back. It's almost real football season. So the Browns have a franchise quarterback.
Do we? Do we though?
Do we?
Man,
do you care anything
He's in the draft
about that really fast? Does that matter at all?
Yeah, he looked
That
good.
week one
Yeah, of
performance.
course it matters. I mean, you don't want to go out there and look bad against those players, but I mean, he only had what was the first quarter he played against the first team, and then the rest was he had one touchdown drive. The rest was the second team. And they're probably going to carry 4 quarterbacks. Joe Flacco is going to start. It just really, how does things shake out now? They practice again today. Dylan Gabriel still took the second team snaps, and Shadur still practiced with the thirds. He looked really good though. Like, I'm not trying to get on it, but like, again, man, the way the team's looking, it looks like it's going to be Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, who knows what happens, Kenny Pickett, and then Shadur. And if that's the case, it's going to take some really bad play or injuries from in the field. The Browns are a bad team. They're going to have a high draft pick. They're going to draft a quarterback really high next year. So he looked good though. But like for me, I'm just trying to like not get overly excited about something that's going to be a long shot. So we'll see. But you know, it's better looking good. It's better to look good than look bad. And he had some nice throws.
Sure. But realistically, the quarterback of the future is probably not on the team, but we'll see.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson had a really good first week of preseason.
Yeah, he had a couple good preseason games and then became one of the worst quarterbacks in the history of football.
Yeah, literally one of like if he's one of the worst Browns quarterbacks I've ever seen, then that says like that's like a lot. Yeah, that and he was DTR. So and like yeah, you're right. He looks at the preseason. We talked about this like last week on a show. Like the preseason, man, you got to really be hesitant about how excited you get. You know, like I think the only players I'd get a little bit more excited about like our running backs. You know, because they create on their own for the most part. Besides that, like quarterbacks, depends against who they're playing with. You know, Shadur was in there. That was like the all against the number ones. Great. I'd love to see what he could do with the first team offense. I really would. But again, they took Dylan Gabriel 3 rounds higher. They traded a 5th for Kenny Pickett, and they signed Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's got every single first team rep so far. The Browns said after they practice Philly this week, they're probably named the starter. It's going to be Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is going to be the starter for the Cleveland Browns versus Cincinnati Bengals week 1. Then it really comes out who's the number 2. I would say the leading candidate right now is Dylan Gabriel. And then if not, it's going to be Kenny Pickett. So Shadur's going to be, they're going to carry 4 quarterbacks and Shadur's likely going to be the 4th quarterback. I'm just trying. Unless he comes out and he lights up again, it gets a chance. But as the things stand right today on Monday, on August 11th, that's where I think it stands with the Cleveland Browns.
So let's talk about how the show works. If you're not familiar with it or this is your first time here, let me break things down real quick. If you just have a quick question and you're just like, hey, I just want you to answer this trade question real fast, or, you know, as we get into the season, the start sit question real fast, or a draft question if you're in a startup right now, all you got to do is put a super chat in. All you have to do is put a super chat in. If you're on YouTube, there'll be a little symbol next to the chat box. You click that, you're able to do it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But if you're like most people and you're like, I'm here because I need you guys to take a look at my entire roster. I need to figure out what I'm doing, how to make this team work the way that I want it to. Then go ahead and scan those QR codes right there. We have 2 different ones. One, you could just submit your roster that way. Or if you're like, hey, I love the tool that I see on screen. We get asked this all the time. Like, how do I get that tool that you guys are using? We literally give it to you. If you scan that QR code and you just put in $10 on Fast Draft, you get the tools that we're using plus more. We don't even use them all, but you get that tool and more. And you can even, you know, you're like, oh, I see how you guys rank this player or that player. You can put in your own rankings, and then all of those numbers will be powered how you think the players should be ranked and valued. It's an amazing thing. So scan the Fast Draft app there and just deposit $10, or you can submit a roster with the other QR code. So all that being said, Pete, let's get into our first one today.
Oh, hi everyone. It's just me right now. Okay, there we go.
All right, first one of the day is a nuke. We have a super flex tight end premium to get into. And Pete, I realize I don't have my notes up at the moment. So anything specific that we're needing to make sure that we cover before I get into the roster?
Yeah, so this is Gavin. It's a start 10 team league. Back-to-back championships, but feel like I need to grab a stud running back to increase my chances as other contenders are making moves. Should I try to maximize my window or stay put and maybe grab more draft capital for another year? It's my 3rd year in Dynasty, and you guys have helped me every step of the way. So thank you in advance. Hey,
Look at that, Rich.
3
This guy has
years and
only been
back to
playing
back.
for 3 seasons, and in his first 2 seasons, he wins a ship. I don't know what better advertisement there is for Dynasty nerds than that. That's pretty impressive.
That's what we work on here. Try to deliver championships. That's our only goal, is to win ships. And sometimes in Dynasty, you set yourself up to win ships in the future. And sometimes you set yourself up to win now. As long as you're not stuck in the middle, you're in a good place. And I know right here that says his team in Dynasty mode is right in the middle, so I'm interested to see how it looks. Even like in contender mode, I'm sure it's a little bit higher then because he is coming off back-to-back ships. But, I mean, it's weird, like, from what I can see right now, he's like, oh, I want to upgrade my running back room, but his running I really like his running back room right now. So
Let's get into it. Yeah, let's get into it. So we've got Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, Michael Penix in this 10-team Superflex tight end Premium League. At running back, we've got James Cook, Chuba Hubbard, Cam Scatterbo, Joe Mixon, DeAndre Swift, Travis Etienne, Jalen Warren, Trevor Etienne. At wide receiver, we've got CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins, George Pickens, Ricky Pearsall, Mike Evans, Devontae Adams. And then at tight end, we've got Sam Laporta and Tucker Kraft. And we have not moved any of our draft assets. So everything is still available. Everything is still on the board for us, which makes our job really nice and easy. So we are in 5th. We're in 5th in Dynasty mode. Where are we at in contender mode?
3rd, but it's
We're in
close.
3rd. So
we don't have our first
right up there,
Garrett,
in that top tier. So, Rich, what direction are you taking this team? I know he's talking about a running back. We have a lot of them, but are you looking to upgrade the position like he's thinking?
Can you hear me?
Barely. I know sometimes you like to interrupt, but I've just gotten good at just keeping going. And then
you're good volume, Rich. I think he's just gotten really good at tuning you out.
Okay, that makes sense. I do interrupt a lot. So, well, we don't have our 26 first, is what I was saying.
Oh, we don't? Did I miss it?
All our picks.
It's kind of small on my screen.
All right.
We can fix that.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is going to come a situation. He wants to upgrade his running back room. If you could find a partner to go 2 for 1, I'd be okay with that. But the way it shakes out, you're going to be really hard pressed to move those running backs. They're all devalued probably publicly. When it comes to running back room, I think this roster to me is a stay put roster, Garrett. Like, I feel like there's no good, I don't think there's anything that you're going to be able to trade for that's going to be better upside than what you have. Obviously, at quarterback, you are set. Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, Michael Penix in your pocket. When you scroll down to the running backs here, which is his concern, like, you have Chuba Hubbard, who's running back 9 from like week 2 on, essentially. Like, when he really came in and played until he got hurt, he was running back 9 overall, running back 1 numbers. Joe Mixon has been a running back 1 3 weeks in a row. Yes, he's not playing right now, but with all the news of Nick Chubb looking like he lost all his explosiveness, all you got really compete out there is like Woody Marks and Dameon Pierce. Joe Mixon in line again to be a high-end running back. James Cook was a running back 1 last year. He's sprinkled into practice. And then they have DeAndre Swift on the bench. And again, you have Travis Etienne. This is a player that I said over about a month ago that I thought was a really sneaky good trade candidate. Like, I thought he was going to be the starting running back there. I thought the Bashaw Tootin hype and the Tank Bigsby hype got a little bit out of control, and that Travis Etienne and Liam Cohen's offense was going to eat in PPR. What do we see in the preseason with all the starters? Travis Etienne got the majority of the work there. They're going to find ways to get him the ball. So you have a really nice chunk of change here. And that's not even saying, like, we don't know, like, Jalen Warren or Cam Scatterbo's role and how they're going to play out throughout the season. So, like, for me, I like the depth that we have at running back. If you try to do a 2 for 1 trade here at running back, everybody undervalues Hubbard for the production you're going to get in a championship caliber window. Everybody's nervous about James Cook and him holding out in a situation in Buffalo long term. Nobody likes DeAndre Swift, even though he's a guy in Chicago. Nobody likes Travis Etienne. He's a guy in Jacksonville. Joe Mixon's hurt. So, like, I don't know what kind of move you can make today to try to upgrade your running back, even for a 2 for 1 deal. We can take a look here, Garrett, if that's the way you want to go. But I really like the fact that some of that is mystery. You have mystery, but with a lot of high upside, right? And some safe floors if they're playing. So you have so much depth at running back. You can let those kind of cards fall where they may, because you only need 2 the three of those guys really pan out on a week-to-week basis. And if you look at his receiving core, same thing. Like in a championship caliber window, I'm completely comfortable having Mike Evans with the Chris Godwin still not practicing with the ankle surgery. I'm extremely comfortable having Devontae Adams. Like you're not trading away those guys for anything, right? To get younger, and you need them, right? Devontae Adams with Matt Stafford in a Sean McVay offense offers a ton of upside. You know, Mike Evans, we saw he's just steady Eddie out there. He's giving you wide receiver 2 numbers. If he's scoring touchdowns, he's giving you on a weekly basis, wide receiver 1 production. And then even at tight end, he's super safe at tight end. He had Laporta and Tucker Kraft. Like, dude, talking about 2 guys that can finish top 5 at the position. So for me, what I don't like to do, Garrett, is I always talk about like adding those kind of guys when I have a championship caliber roster, find the value, which would to me is like DeAndre Swift, Travis Etienne, Joe Mixon, Devontae Adams. Like he has all those guys that are the value that you want to go swoop up when you're a championship caliber team. Not having his first next year, like you're not recouping that first without completely diminishing your team. Like, so for me, my best advice would be go 3-peat this bad boy and be a true dynasty, right? Like, and if these players fall off, if like all of a sudden Devontae Adams retires, Mike Evans retires, like that's the price you pay sometimes to be a champion. It's not always just so easy as blowing it up and just like getting all these draft picks after you win a couple. Like if you want to do that, you could do that in season, right? You get the players to blow it up. I would much rather be a 3-peat champion and go down in my league as a legend than trying to get some late draft picks or, get a late first round pick by giving Devontae Adams and like Travis Etienne away. Like to me, I'm trying to go legend and I'm trying to win those ships. So I don't know how you feel about it, Garrett, but like, I'm not interested in like taking away all my depth because I feel like I'm going to need it.
Overall, I think we're in the same boat here, Rich. The only thing that I would be a little different on is Travis Etienne. They did split reps with the first team, him and Tank Bigsby, and Bigsby actually did get more rushing attempts this past week. So I do think that's still going to be a little bit of a mess. But to your point, I still think the upside is more valuable than what you're going to get back for a Travis Etienne at this point. So I think you're absolutely right. This is a team that if you were going to push it in to try to win a ship this year, you're acquiring the Chuba Hubbards, the Joe Mixons, the Devontae. Like those are the players you're going to acquire to try to make it happen. You already don't have your first round pick in 2026. So you have kind of ensured that, yes, I am a guy that's going for a 3-peat. But I think this is a team that very likely after this season's over, since you have your 27 first, then I do look to tear it all down. Then I do look to, some of these will just be assets I ride into the sunset. But the other ones are just going to be, I didn't get as much value as I could have got the year before, but dang, I got myself a third championship. That's really hard to do. That's why we play, is to try to win. You have a team that can still win. Now, if there's somebody that thinks that, they're super in on James Cook and, they think they can get him for value and you pair something else to get a more steady, sure thing this year, sure, I'm open to it, but most people are going to be looking to take the discount because of the risk. So you're probably not going to be getting even 90% of what you were getting before. And so for that point, it would probably just be better to take the risk, hold on to it, and then see where you're at midseason. If things start to fall apart, okay, then yeah, I'll ship Devontae Adams off. I'll ship Mike Evans off if things are falling apart midseason. But realistically, Josh Allen is going to be one of, if not a top 3 quarterback. Baker Mayfield will probably have another top 8 type season here. You're looking at Devontae Adams and Mike Evans, who are perennially wide receiver 1s. Who are other wide receivers again too? I remember T and
CD.
Sorry, Robert's throwing me off right now.
I mean, you could have 4 guys potentially.
Yeah, I can easily see Pearsall, if he's a guy there, flirting with like high-end wide receiver 2 numbers. Definitely with the calf injury to Juwan Jennings. Ayuk starting the year on PUP. Like it's going to be probably Ricky and George Kittle there. So like this team is just set up for success this year. And I'm with you, Garrett. Like you could totally blow this up after this year if you want to, or with your 27 first, or you can keep riding. You know what I mean? Like you can, if Adams and Evans comes back, like you could ride it again, like go for the almost impossible 4-peat if you can, because your running backs are going to have to carry. And it really just comes down to like, but even like say Mike Evans moves, but Devontae Adams plays or Adams retires, like you still have Pickens and Pearsall in your back pocket. And we'll see if you can start CD and Pickens as a combo this year. I think you will be able to potentially, maybe not over the guys that you have. But I mean, overall, yeah, it's sometimes you just get these teams where like you don't need to mess with it. And I get it. When you're a championship caliber team, you want to kind of submit like, hey, what can I do here to get better? And sometimes that answer is nothing. It really is. It's just nothing. Like rock with it. Like, and don't lose value and sell yourself short. And I love that, like because I understand his concern, Garrett, for the worry at running back because he doesn't have that like elite running back.
Solidified running back one, yeah.
Yeah, but he's got the guys that are going to be running. Like, what's nice is like a lot of us when we get to the playoffs, we just want to have a healthy running back, right? We want to have them be there for the most part. Like, and he's got the depth that really increase those odds. Like Scatterboo, and we don't even know. Like by the time week 14 comes along, Scatterboo could be the starter. There, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Andre Swift could be a running back one. Mixon could be the running back. You know, like there's a lot of different angles he can go this way where he could have 4 running back ones on his roster potentially.
Yeah,
Really
no,
quick.
I think. Yeah, go ahead, Pete.
Team 10 has Tony Pollard. Are you more interested in Pollard because of the Spears injury, or are you just
I think it's
letting him
about
be
the
here?
same.
Okay.
It looks like, I mean, Spears still has a chance to be good to go by week 1. It is a high ankle, which is annoying. But we're still a month away from their first game. So
Okay.
it's usually about a 4-week injury. So maybe he misses a game or 2. But yeah, I don't think that changed. Like if I was interested in him before, I'm still interested. If I wasn't interested in him before, I'm not interested. Like I don't think this news changed much for me.
And it's because we have the depth. You know what I mean? Like, why would you add a Tony Pollard to send your bench? Give it a draft. Like, you're already limited on your 26 picks. Like, why even mess with your future draft capital? That's the thing with the depth that you have. Like, usually we get these teams like, oh, we could add a receiver. We could add like he doesn't need to add anything. Like, there's like, and listen, anybody saying like, well, you could add a better. Of course you can. You know, I mean, everybody wants to add a legit stud running back, but like, he doesn't have anything that's going to interest anybody for the most part outside of like CeeDee Lamb or T. Higgins. But like when you're in championship caliber window, you're not looking to give up any of those guys. Definitely the receiver aspect of it. The running backs offer you want the most variant at running back because it's going to be the most fluid position there with the most fluid points per game that we're looking at. Any of those guys, like we said earlier, can step up and be a guy. Like everybody can be down on DeAndre Swift as much as they want. But right now, what we know, he's the guy in Chicago. And what are we looking for running backs? Touches, targets. You know, that's what we're looking. The guy who gets those steadily has the best chance to be a running back one. If you can stay healthy and you get the steady carries and you're a jag, you can be a running back one. And that's all because like just consistency. Because running backs get hurt all the time, and he has that option there. So on a week in week out basis, he'll be able to set a lineup that can compete versus anybody in his league. He's got edge players. CeeDee Lamb and Josh Allen are edge players.
The only thing I will say is if he really wanted to, if we walked away from this and was like, guys, I hear you, but I still really want to make a move. I'm fine because it's a 10-team league. Like normally I'm a little more nervous about my wide receivers and I really want to insulate that more. But in a 10-team league, receivers are not hard to get. They're much easier just because there's so many of them, so plentiful. So if it was something where you took a okay running back and a bench receiver, and you wanted to pair them together to upgrade at running back, I'm fine doing that. But I don't think it's necessary to make that happen.
Yeah, and I'll say this. I'd be interested what I'm paying attention to. I guess some advice here is I am looking to see if George Pickens and this Dak combo with the weak running game, offensive line, not what it used to be, a team that might have to probably push the ball downfield a little bit more this year and throw the ball, which makes Dak sneaky. If George Pickens does start putting up like high-end running back 2 numbers, you are so deep at running back. Let's say like James Cook is producing or DeAndre Swift or one of those guys is producing. Maybe then you can look to in season package like George Pickens and that running back and maybe get a better receiver or maybe you take a running back in George Pickens and get a better running back. Maybe you give 2 running backs. Maybe somebody could use a receiver and he got one good running back, but another guy's hurt. Now you could take DeAndre Swift and say Travis Etienne's performing at a high level and George Pickens and then get elite running back. But like the point when I was saying, like right now, you're not doing any of that because they're all devalued assets. And I think every one of those will increase value. Because again, in season, what are you looking for? production now because you're trying to win. Like if you're telling somebody who wants those players are trying to win, you need to show them what they're doing. They make them feel like, okay, this is the value. Yeah. Do I want to give up this first player? No, but he is wide receiver 13 overall right now.
Yep, absolutely. We actually saw Kyle this weekend, Sedated Fork. Saw him at the FF Expo.
Yeah, it's good hanging out, having a drink or two.
Yeah,
Talking
good
trades and
dude.
stuff.
Real good dude. All right, on to the next one.
Awkward silence there.
Oh, I didn't know we had a second nuke. Did it just come in?
Back to back. Yeah, this is from Jordan. Maybe Michael?
Jordan Love submitted his own team. Look at him. Thanks, Jordan.
Look
For
at
some
that.
good luck this season.
He's like, am I good enough? We'll let you know.
well,
all right.
it's super flex already, and his second quarterback's Derek Carr. Things are looking grim.
That's why you do a roster rescue. So in the notes here, he has a lot of picks. So we'll definitely be talking about that. He wants to know what to do with these draft picks as well. So his draft is Saturday, so he's trying to make some last minute moves. And there's a guy that we're going to be talking about in his wide receiver core if he wants to know if that's the guy that he should make a move with. So let's go ahead and look at this team. This is super flex. No tight end premium, though. So a little bit devalued at tight end. Jordan Love, Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins currently only have one starting quarterback. Running backs, Chase Brown, Braylon Allen, Rashad White, Alexander Madison. Wide receivers, this is a guy who wants to know if he should do anything with. Jamar Chase is the starting wide receiver, along with Jawan Jennings, Darnell Mooney, Rashad Bateman, and Marquise Hollywood Brown. And then at tight end, we have Trey McBride and Jatavian Sanders. Picks-wise, we have 102, 105, and 107. We do not have our own 26 first, though.
Yikes.
Which is a bit of a bummer that we don't have that. But we do have our own 27 with an additional 2027 first. So we are in seventh place in Dynasty mode. Where are we at in Contender mode? Guessing a little lower.
Let's see.
Yes,
Ninth.
we are in ninth in Contender mode. So, Rich, do you want to do the mock draft first, or do we want to talk about whether we consider moving off a Trey McBride or a Jamar Chase?
Yeah, I have no interest with this team right now moving off McBride because I don't think it's necessary. I'm very interested in moving off Chase Brown immediately and offering that to a contender. I am also looking to possibly tier down from Jamar Chase, but it depends. I mean, looking at our draft picks right out the rip here. Do we have any seconds or no?
We
Does
have
not look like it. We have a
No.
306, but
Okay.
it doesn't look like we have any seconds.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, it sucks when you need a quarterback because at 1-2 we're taking Cam Ward. Like we don't have an option not to take Cam Ward, unfortunately. But it'd be nice if because at 1-5, there's a chance we get Trevion. If not, we can get Tet. Like either way, I feel good either way there because we are pushing down Hampton to 3. So 4 comes down if the fourth player is going to take Tet McMillan or they're going to take Trevion Henderson or Travis Hunter potentially. It depends on who they like. But we're going to get that whoever they don't take there. So for me, if we can move Chase Brown to get back in this draft a little bit with some more excess, maybe we get our 26 first back for Chase Brown would be kind of a nice move.
I would. So a couple things there. Yes, I would definitely be interested in trying to get my 26 first back. And depending on what team has it, that could be the perfect tier down from Jamar Chase if he has a Drake London. Can we get Drake London in our first back or something like that? Like that would be something I'd be interested in looking into. But Rich, I think this is where you and I are going to differ a little bit. At 102, I do not see it as a necessity to take Cam Ward. The reason being, I'm a staunch best player available period guy. Now, if you have those two guys in the same tier, then I'm okay with it. For me, I wouldn't. And when I look at kind of startup values right now, Omarion Hampton's going 2 rounds ahead of Cam Ward, or at least a round and a half. So I would be much more apt to try to trade that pick, trade back and get Cam Ward, or just trade that pick straight up for a quarterback, because I would be really I don't want to lose value right away, especially on a team like this. So I don't know. How do you feel about that, Rich?
No, yeah. I mean, I'm all about like trying to trade so we don't have to make that move. You know, like I'm all about like if things stand away now, we're not gonna make before we get into moves. Like I would take Cam. I do have Cam Ward in the same tier as Mario Hampton.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like he looked good in his preseason debut. He did not look bad at all. The number 1 overall pick. So for me, the number 2 contender has my twin situation. Look at the team for Chase trade. Yeah, I'm real interested in offering Chase to get, like, I would love to use Chase to get, and even Chase Brown to get a quarterback and some draft, like a receiver back. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I look. Because then we replace Chase Brown at 1-2 with Hampton, right? And then we have our receiving room is brutal. Besides Chase, the team is. It's got so many holes. Like I love Jordan Love, I love Chase, but like we got to move Chase to diversify this portfolio if we're going to get back out of this. Definitely not having our first next year. So at least we have 3 guys this year, but like we're already like we can't even put a roster together with our draft picks. So we need to expand this quickly. So let's go ahead and go to that number 2 team, Pete.
Yeah.
See what we have. And let's see. Can we put in Dynasty mode to see what picks they have too, please?
Yes.
This is the same team.
What was the name of it? Okay.
Hawk Tua. Okay.
All right. So they're the number 1 Dynasty team.
Oh, wow. They had the 1-4 and the 1-8.
A lot of picks.
And 1-11. And 26 first.
What receivers and quarterbacks do they have?
There you go.
Okay. So receivers, Nico Collins is obviously an interesting one. Aromo Dunze is an interesting one for us. I mean, all 3 of those guys, all 3 of those top guys are interesting to me. What quarterbacks have?
Our lineup, so I'm not overly interested in messing with. I'm not asking for Nico here. Yeah.
What quarterbacks do they have, Pete?
They have Hurts, Murray, Penix.
All right. So Penix being on this team makes this a little bit interesting to me as well. I would love. All right, Rich, is this enough? Penix and your choice of Rashee Rice or Rome Odunze and our first back for Jamar Chase.
Dude, I don't know. Screw our first back. I want for Jamar Chase, I want Michael Penix. I want Rome Odunze. I want 1-4, and I want our first back next year.
Do you think we can get all that?
Actually, you know what I would offer here, Garrett? I'm offering him because he's got Kyron Williams and Jonathan Taylor, which is fine, right? And Tyler Spears is not hurt. I'm actually going to offer him. I want Michael Penix. I want Rome Odunze. I want 1-4. I want 1-11. I want our first back. And I'm offering him Chase Brown and Jamar Chase.
All right, let's go to the trade calculator real quick and see, because I like that trade. I think that trade has a realistic possibility of getting done. He might ask for a little bit more back, but let's see where we're at on that.
John March, and listen, okay, we're going to put this in a calculator, but let's talk where we're doing this.
Yeah.
You know, calculators, again, it's to kind of show you like the fair
it's a guide
balance, but like Jamar Chase is somebody you overpay for.
100%.
Right? Like he overpaid for Jamar Chase. I mean, and already, like what he did last year was unbelievably disgusting. And look what he did already in this preseason snaps right away. Like he just he played one series and absolutely pretty much just dominated in scoring as well. So we're talking like a legit difference maker here.
Okay, so what are we looking at?
We're looking at 104. We're looking at Rome Odunze. Keep going down then. We're looking at 111 and Michael Penix.
Our 26 first.
Our 26 first. That's pretty close.
Yeah.
That's pretty close. I think with him being the number 1 team, I mean, what number 1 team doesn't want Jamar Chase on their team?
Yeah, and gets Nico. He has Nico then and Chase to go with Rice and Olave and Pickens, and then what's the reason I think this gets done as well is like we're throwing in Chase Brown, like, and he can really use it. Now he could easily be like, dude, at 1-4, I could probably get Trevion Henry or something. You know what I mean? So like, I think there's a very clear path for that deal to get done. Now, for some reason, Gary, he came back to you and he's like, dude, I don't want to give you 111. Like, I need 111 because, again, we're taking all the risk. Like, Penix is still a risk. He didn't like the world up in his
Romo Dunze's a risk.
Romo Dunze's a risk. Like, if we're going to Jamar Chase, I need all those risky assets, which are draft capital. Like, we are taking all the risk here, but which is what we need to do, right? If you're going to like when you get draft capital and you make moves like this, like these are kind of moves when you have an asset like Jamar Chase on your roster, even a Trey McBride, like that is like a dream scenario when you got to do what this team needs to do because you don't have like even like a Nico, like you have the wide receiver 1 overall and nothing like. That's the best case scenario. It's like having Bijan Robinson right now. Like, same thing, and Justin Jefferson would be the second best option here, have down there. Then Malik Neighbors. So like, and then, Jahmyr Gibbs, like those kind of assets are what gives you put you in position to turn your team around. So you don't look like, oh man, I got to give up Jamar Chase. You're like, thank goodness I have Jamar Chase to make this happen. If that was offered to me, it sucks because I'm not high on Chase Brown, like long term, but like that'd be a hard deal for me if I want to win, like to pass up for a chance to get Jamar Chase, right? Like giving up this dude's first back. I love to know what he gave up for his first two because that's always in consideration. Like, hey, dude, like because you got like you don't think like I'm gonna be his first, like whatever you gave up to get his first is what you're like. Oh, dude, I gave up this to get that. That player's always considered. So can we pretend then? Can we mock draft now? Pretending we have Jordan Love, Michael Penix, and then all his draft picks, and then adding in 1, 4, and 111 to show why it is worth it.
Yeah, I think we can do that. Real quick, Rich, I'm 100% with you. Like, I'm not backing down on any of that draft capital that I need back. But if he does bulk, I'm looking at like, who's another older veteran on my team that I really don't need that I can like make the throw in to get the deal done because I want all of that draft capital and I'm not winning squat this year. So, okay, I'll throw in Darnell Mooney.
Dude, any receiver he wants.
Yes.
Dude, you know what? I might throw Darnell Mooney in just for shits and giggles, like to make it look because how many players are I might
Rashad White. Take it. I don't want to start Rashad White. If I'm getting my pick back, I don't want any chance of points. So take Rashad White.
Yeah, dude, honestly, he needs running back help. So if I could throw in Rashad White, the Braylon Allen news is real hot, even though he's a potential to be the starter that got rid of Breece Hall. Like, I'd be willing to throw in Braylon Allen if I had to. But yeah, I'd try to hold on to him. So obviously, Alexander Madison offers no value. He hurt his neck. He's getting neck surgeries out for the year. So I'd throw in Rashad White too. Yeah, Rashad White, Chase Brown, and Jamar Chase for that package. Yeah, I feel good about that. So let's go to the mock.
We good on the mock?
Because our picks are already 1, 2, 1, 5, and 1.
We're just adding 1, 4, right?
1, 4, and 1, 11.
111.
So we have Michael Penix and Jordan Love here.
And that's the nice part too, is now we're not forced to like feel like we have to reach on Cam Ward. We get Cam Ward and it works out. Cool. We have 3 quarterbacks. If not, it's not the end of the world. But for me, it would still be like best player available. So I'm definitely going Hampton here personally. I don't know about you.
Can we talk? Yeah. So listen, I have the 1-2 coming in the draft. We do a live draft from my old Dynasty league. We have a live draft coming up next weekend. I have the 1-2 in that league. Non-super flex, PPR. It's an old school league. And I'm taking Hampton. But boy, man, I get one more week. I get one more week to watch Trevion Henderson in the preseason, and just watching him run, like even that 1 yard, that run rush for 18, like what it's just everything I loved about it. He's my number 2 running back on tape pre-draft, right? That was my number 2 guy.
Yep, all of ours, our entire staff.
He looks significantly better than Hampton, and we bumped Hampton up because of the first round pedigree draft grade, right? Like that's where we bumped him up to. Henderson got a high second round draft pick. I'm telling you, man, I am inching closer to like possibly taking Trevion Henderson because it just because of that PPR upside is what it is, right? Like those are the kind of backs I want. Now, Hampton offers a 3-down running back skill set, which I love, but like the PPR running backs are what rule the roost. So Yes, I'm taking Hampton here, but I just want to mention that, Garrett. Like, I'm in this boat, and I'm really thinking, and I'm the same thing. I have 1-2 in that league. I have 1-7 and 1-9 in that league. So it's very similar to this.
Yeah.
It's one QB. And after watching it, I already tried to send an offer out where the team has they have 2-4 in that league. I offered him this weekend. I offered him 1-2 in my 27 or my 26 second for 2-4 and 1-3. He declined it because I wanted to go ahead and let him take Hampton so I could just take Henderson, right? And get 2-4 instead. So it didn't work that way. But yes, I'm with you. I'm totally okay with Hampton here. I just want to put it out there. Like, I am inching closer.
I'm not far off there myself. Yep. I'm in a similar boat.
And for anybody to say, like, oh, Rich, it's just one preseason game. Like, that's not it. It's all the work that was done from January until the draft is what it is. I had Henderson graded in a tier above Hampton off the tape, a tier above. His 18-yard run, his vision, which has always been fantastic in open field, showed on that first touchdown, kick return. And in fact, he was already in the targets he's going to get in the passing game. If he's going to run the ball like that, Garrett, if that's how he's going to run the ball behind that script, there's no way Ramonda's going to carries. Trevion Henderson offers to me a higher ceiling than Amarion Hampton. He just does.
And for me, that the preseason game definitely helped, but it's been all of the news coming out of camp that I keep hearing that he keeps moving up the depth chart. You see highlights every day. Everybody's talking about he plays at a different gear than everybody. Like, all of those kinds of things are, I'm with you. I'm in the exact same boat.
I said, next preseason game, if he could show like just as good. I've been following all his reports. 'Cause I love the player, obviously. There's a very I am right. Let me tell you what it is. Right now, there's a 51% chance I'm taking Amarion Hampton, and a 49% chance I'm taking Trevion Henderson. Where it stands today on August 11th, I draft on the 17th. Is that Sunday? Is the 17th Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Not next week. I draft this weekend. All right.
Yeah.
So let's take Hampton. So, anyways, let's take Hampton here.
All right. So here's where it gets tough. Do you take? I think we're both on board to take Trevion here, but I also really like what I see out of McMillan.
We're getting both.
What's that?
We have back-to-back picks.
Right. But
say we
Ward is there too.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're right.
That's tough because I have all of these guys in the same tier. So I have we don't have the need anymore at quarterback, but having 3 quarterbacks, especially on a young team, is a good spot to be at.
Yeah. So what I would do, and you're right. And here's Ted McMillan looked really good versus the Browns. That over shoulder catch was a thing of beauty as well. Way to go, Bryce, for dropping in the bucket too. Shout out to him. That was a good throw. Great catch. I am with you, I think. I'm taking Trevion Henderson here to give us a stack of Hampton and Henderson. We fix our running back room ASAP. We got Penix, but Penix unknown. I am taking Cam Ward, and it sucks to miss out on Tet, but the reason I am is because
he doesn't think the guy at 6 will take a quarterback.
No, he doesn't.
You'd have to be pretty confident in that.
All right. If you feel confident about that, then I'm taking Tet.
Yeah.
But if not, I'm taking Ward because I'm totally comfortable taking a Mecca Buka at 7 and missing out on Tet. Like, I feel just as
I agree. I
feel just as good about a Mecca being a high-end receiver as I do Tet McMillan. Like,
yep.
I really
Judkins isn't going to go 106.
He's not going 106. I just got him. I just got him in the Kings Classic Dynasty draft at 111.
Let's say it's Warren
out with Ryan McDowell.
Just for our own case, let's say it's Warren that goes there based on what Justin's telling us. All right, so at 107, then in this scenario, Tet McMillan's the dream. But if not, flip those. Take Tet McMillan at 5, and then Cam Ward at 7.
Yeah, but I'd almost rather risk. Moving off of like instead of even risking in Cam Ward because he's like, I just can't pass up the value even though I need a tight end. I would rather for sure get Cam Ward and then take whoever's left between Tet and Emeka. Like, wouldn't you?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So
if you're not 100% confident that that's going to happen, then.
Yeah. And then here, like, I'm probably taking, like, let's say RJ Harvey's probably going to go where Quinshon went. So RJ Harvey's probably off the board here. Most likely. If RJ Harvey is on the board still, I'm 100% taking RJ Harvey, me personally.
It would be Caleb Johnson for me, but yes.
Yeah. I mean, Caleb did not look that great in his carries. RJ did. But yeah, I get
it. I'm not gonna read that much into preseason.
I know. No, I'm just saying, but I've had to be fair, I've had RJ Harvey ranked ahead of him.
Sure.
So I would take RJ Harvey here if he's here. But if not, I would easily take Quinn. I would take Quinshon Judkins ahead of Caleb Johnson. Is a better way to say it. But
I would take Quinshon above both of them.
Yeah, so I feel good about that move here. I would take RJ. Garrett would take Caleb. Most likely here, you're getting Quinshon Judkins, which is fine because you don't need him right away anyways, because you want your pick to be higher as B. So Quinshon actually does help you because you don't have to start him right away, which kind of helps you out.
Yeah. In a perfect world, I wish there was a receiver there for you to take, because with already getting Travion and Omarion, I would like to start building up that wide receiver core, but
no, because if Judkins hit or running back hits, like we're going to trade those receivers for
sure.
Like Hampton and Henderson offer the potential to open the door back to get Drake London, like they offer that kind of.
Right. I'm just saying, in a perfect world, I would love to be, if there was a receiver there that we liked, I would love to be able to get him, but there's not going to be any receiver in that range that you're going to like.
Yeah, and that gives us, I really like the idea of having Tet, Emeka, and Rome as our receivers, right? Like that's a great scenario. But I really love the idea of having 3 young quarterbacks, those young running, because it's like running backs are so easy to trade. Like definitely young running backs, like to get value in return. Okay, so should we mock draft this as well now, Garrett? And then see like if we can't make that deal, like we're up against it, like we're gonna find, you're gonna find a deal for Chase, but and I think we've literally found the perfect trade candidate right out the gate.
Yeah,
like he's got everything we want and we got everything he needs. Let's just do a quick mock saying we can't get anything done. He drafts this weekend. He can't get a deal done this weekend. Like, what are we doing? Like, why he's trying?
I don't think it changes our strategy at all, does it?
We have less picks. Is my point.
Okay, all right.
We have 2 less picks.
All right.
Do you want me to reset it?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think it looks that much different. Honestly, I think we still, at least for me, I talked about it earlier, I still take the best player available, which I think is Omarion Hampton. And then Cam Ward at 5 is the perfect scenario for us. So I think, honestly, this looks almost exactly the same, even if we don't have 4 and 11.
So I think it looks a little bit different for me.
Okay.
Can we just go? I just want to go back here and talk it out real quick.
Okay.
Because now we have 1. Okay, 1-7. Yeah. So we take Hampton here. And it went where to go?
It went Hunter and Henderson.
Hunter. Yeah. So
okay. Which is way more realistic, to be honest with you. Yeah. So now remember, we only have Rome Odunze on our roster. But I'm with you because I think I'm in the same boat, Garrett, where like I'm totally comfortable taking Cam Ward here again and then taking Emeka or Tet, whoever's available. And then we have 2 receivers.
The Odunze trade did not go through in this scenario, right? Because we do not have him originally.
Oh, that's right. So we have Jamar Chase. Yes.
And
we'd have
Jennings.
Miller. Yeah. So I'm definitely okay with taking Cam Ward because I do want to fix my quarterback. Like in a super flex league when you're rebuilding, the number one thing you want to fix first is Cam Ward. Because look at it. Like if you have Jordan Love, Michael Penix hits, and then Cam Ward hits, now you got another very valuable trade asset to help build on. And quarterback's always gonna be the most valuable, definitely young quarterbacks. So like I still would take Cam Ward there. Say he takes Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland, but worst case he takes Tet McMillan. You get Emeka Ibuka. If not, if it goes how you said it will, he doesn't take a receiver, then you get Tet McMillan. So like you get Tet McMillan
or Emeka
Ward and Emeka. So we have Jordan Love. Obviously, we don't have Michael Penix in this deal because we didn't make the deal. We got Cam Ward here. But again, that is if. Now, Garrett, what if, and this guy would know better too, we have the 2 pick. 3 and 4 went Travis Hunter and
Travion
Henderson. There's a chance that Cam Ward's not available there. without making
Yeah.
a deal. Because I wouldn't take Travis Hunter over Cam Ward, like personally in a super flex league.
I would not.
Yeah, I would not. So if that's the case, then we're probably taking Trevian. Or would you take for this team? For this team, would you take Travis Hunter or Ted McMillan? If you
honestly, I would. I'm so nervous about Travis Hunter more than I need to be. There's just so many scenarios where something could go sideways with him. It makes me really nervous.
Probably take 10.
Side note, this team, I could easily see drafting Cam Ward. He has the 103. So he has Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers, and then Milton Watson.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Easily.
So in that scenario, though, I'm still going to the same team. And I would say, hey, for the 105, if Cam Ward's not there, I'll trade you the 105 for Michael Penix. Or, something like that where I'm then dealing the pick to get a quarterback I want.
Yeah. And if you miss out on, let's say you make that Penix deal and at 1-3, because we'd have 1-2, 1-4, 1-5, right? Say you miss out on Cam Ward, 1-3 takes him, you still got Penix and you still got Jordan Love. So it's not like end of the world. Now you just add another skill position player that bolsters your lineup. And, maybe we will have to trade Trey McBride for a quarterback down the road or something. Like, the most important thing is we have our 1-1 next year, and that means you're probably it's deep at quarterback. So I'm not overly worried about it because you'll get a quarterback with your first next year. Mm-hmm. I promise you that.
Yep, absolutely.
And I also read this wrong. The 103 has Stroud, Nix, and Fields.
Oh yeah, so never mind. You are getting Cam Ward, so it all works out. Like,
yep.
I think the first thing is we have to move Chase for that, like a strong piece of that deal, and give him more. And please, can you let us know? Can you tweet at me and let me know if you get a deal done? Because I'd be super happy for you if you did. Because that's how we turn this team around. Like, and you're in a really good spot.
Split those major assets when you're down this far.
Yeah, and then like I said, everybody else goes. Like the only person I'm even interested in keeping is Trey McBride and Jordan Love, because if we can make that move, like you're turning this team around quicker than you think you are. Because like we bolstered our receiving room, and then the fact that it's not tight end premium, yeah, then I'm really interested then in tearing down at tight end. Probably that, like if you want to turn around really quickly, you're probably going to tear down from Trey McBride to get another receiver in that room as well. You might just settle for like an Njoku, which I'm totally okay with. Something on those lines. I have asked, but no, I don't follow you just for this. All right, sweet. Thanks, J Dog. Hey,
love it.
Remember back in the day when people like really wanted a lot of followers on Twitter? Like, dude, please follow me. I'll follow you back. So weird.
It's silly. All right, Justin. Best of luck, my guy.
Yeah, good spot to be in, man. Like really,
exactly.
for having it bad, how bad your team is. Like you have a good blow it up team. Like you're in a good spot. Like I know it sounds crazy to say, but you are in a good spot. You have premium assets in McBride and Chase to move. Hold on, McBride, if you can, which I think you can, because Chase will get you what you need. And get Brown off that roster ASAP.
Also, side note, this is Jordan. So this
Jordan.
is Jordan
I keep calling
Love,
him Justin.
not Justin.
I'm sorry.
Justin is actually the next one. We're just flying off the hook today.
All right. So here we go. This is a super flex. Once again, not tight end premium. So we do have the super flex, but we do not have the tight end premium here. 10-team league, start 10. He said he's coming in this year with 3 first and 26. Feels like I'm ready to contend. So what moves are we making? So in Dynasty, this team is in first place. Caleb Williams, Trevor Lawrence, Michael Penix, Daniel Jones at the quarterback position. Running back wise, we're looking at Devon Achane, Travion Henderson, Trey Benson, Tyjae Spears, Tank Bigsby, Braylon Allen, Kyle Monungai. At wide receivers, love the receivers here. Malik Neighbors, CeeDee Lamb, Brian Thomas, Marvin Harrison, Emeka Ibuka, and Jalen Knoll with Rashid Shaheed. Tight end wise, we're looking at Trey McBride, Zach Ertz. And then, like you mentioned, 3 first and 26. And then we have 2 and 27. Yes, we have 2 first. And so we're in a nice spot right here. We have the number 1 team in Dynasty. Where are we at in contender? We are in third. So you're right in saying that you feel like you're right there. And Rich, this is the type of team where I want to move those 26.
Yeah, we're moving those 100%. But where are they at? Can I see the other in contender mode? The other teams we have Dak and Auto. Dak is back.
So Dak's last place.
All right, so that's the one we're going to hold on to, and then we're going to move our 26 first, and probably Dak is back because we just need a little bit. We need another running back.
Yeah,
is what we need. So let's start looking at these teams on the bottom.
I mean, if one of those teams, Dak is back, this is the lowest team. Unfortunately, he does not have any running backs to give us. I was going to say he might want his first back desperately, but he doesn't have an asset we want.
Where's he at? Number 10?
He's number 10, but yeah, David Montgomery, Caleb Johnson, those aren't really the running backs to help us win this year.
This team knows he's bad, right?
Hopefully.
I would offer again, just if we want, because we're going to talk offers, right? I'm seeing if I can get Joe Burrow off him.
Who's our quarterback again?
Trevor Lawrence is our QB2. I know we have the stack. So we have a lot of question mark there. Caleb, like if we want to take that big step forward, right? Like I know we have Trevor Lawrence and Caleb. I would offer him 1-7.
So he doesn't know he's bad.
So he has no idea.
Oh, wow.
He's about to be surprised.
All right.
So trade for
kudos to you. That's a solid move.
26 first. Yeah, get us 27 first.
Yeah, there you go. Keep taking all his picks.
All right, never mind. We're not messing with him he obviously thinks he can compete. We're not going to get Joe Burrow off him, so that's fine.
Rich, we haven't touched on this yet, because I'm not even sure we've had a show since then. With the Kyren Williams news of him getting that contract extension, that makes me view him a little bit differently. Does it change anything for you?
Yeah, I moved him up my rankings. Yeah, he's got 2 years guaranteed in Sean McVay offense. Like as long as he stay healthy, which he hasn't done every single year. Like 100%. Like he's
so one of these bottom teams had Kyren Williams. Is that somebody that you're going to go after?
Yeah. We're going to go after a lot of running backs here if we can.
All right. So can we find that one again? I think it was the 8th team or the 9th team.
This guy.
Perfect.
Also has Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Ayuk. It's like this is a good team.
It's 10 teamers are tough because everybody isn't that far
contender. And that's the problem. Like he has to know. Like he has to. Again, he might not be in position to make these moves until in season, where people are like they want to get the first and blow him up. Because again, in 10 teams, a lot of people can feel like they're a contender. Like I can see this guy going, "Oh, dude, I just got Hampton. I could contend." If he gives up Kyren, he knows he's out. He's got Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, but he's then at receiver too. So like, I think we can make. I think we can make him. We might be able to like. I'm even thinking about like, is there a way we can get Justin Jefferson off this team too? Like, and offer him like, because we are so loaded at receiver. Like for this team, bring up the trade calculator, Pete. Let's get real sexy with it.
Rich, am I just being crazy here? Tell me if I'm being crazy. Do we just say, hey, over the next 2 years, I have 5 firsts. Give me Justin Jefferson and Kyren Williams. Done and done. Is that crazy?
I think we could do. I don't think we had to give up our all those first 4, Garrett. I think we can offer him. I think there's a chance. Go back to this team here. We want Justin Jefferson and we want Kyren Williams. And I would offer him Marvin Harrison. And I think I would offer him those 2 first in 26.
One of those are Dax, though, so you don't care if it's early?
No, not the early one. I'm offering mine and the other one that's not high.
So the mid one and on.
Oh, that's right. So, I forgot that we have 3. Yeah.
He's getting younger at receiver, which he has to be super excited about. He's getting a 1-1. And I know we're giving up Marv and the upside, but we're getting Justin Jefferson for the next 3 to 4 years high end. We're trying to win, right?
We always value the picks a little bit lower. Most people are going to value picks in their trade calculators or in their view higher than we will. We always have them a little bit lower just because of the inherent risk of them. So Rich, I guess here's the part that like, I'm with you. I would be willing to do this deal, but maybe I'm holding on to hopium a little bit too much. Everything I'm seeing out of camp, I'm like, I really don't want to give up Marvin Harrison.
I don't either, dude. But like, again, this is just something I'm interested in. We're talking like a 4-year difference in age, maybe almost closer to 5. But like Justin Jefferson just turned 26, so it's not like he's Justin Jefferson. You know what I mean? Like and Marvin's got a way to go. And I get, so we're essentially giving up like almost a first and a half for Kyren, which is like great value. And like you're giving him your first, a late first. And honestly, like I'm okay. Like here's where I'd pivot, Garrett. I'm actually more interested in trying to upgrade our quarterback room if possible. And a running back. It's just if we get Kyren, that gives us 3 really good running backs, right? Like, but we definitely need a running back first, is what we need.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Jefferson is just something I saw that like moving off Marv is just like something I would be interested in.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, like I think if we want
to team have at quarterback. Oh yeah, Justin literally just asked the same question about tearing up at quarterback. What does this team have at quarterback?
What does he have at quarterback? Actually, he has Jared Goff, I think.
Yep,
Goff
and
would
Tua and Andy Dalton.
I don't want Tua. I want Goff.
Goff makes us a little bit more secure because obviously Lawrence has crazy upside, but a lot of risk. Where this would give us a more secure QB2 asset.
I think if we got Goff, it might get real interesting if we throw in Marv. We asked for Justin Jefferson, Kyren, and Goff.
What if we just gave 3 firsts? We keep our 27 firsts, but we give them the 26. And we get
all
Goff
3 26. Yeah, and you tell them, hey, that 26 first is gonna be 1-1.
Yeah. Although actually his will probably be 1-1 now.
Yeah, but then have 1-1 and 2. Hey, did you probably have
1-1,
1-1-1-2 if that's the case?
And that's got to be real appealing for him. I don't hate that.
Yeah, and plus these draft picks are going to be more valuable because one of those would be projected to be 1-1. I mean, like 1-1-1-2. So this time come next year, you're getting like that guy's getting back-to-back picks.
Pete, in this one, we were removing Harrison and moving Jefferson.
Great, thank you.
Oh, we are moving that.
Right?
Why?
Wasn't it just Kyren and Goff for the 3 firsts?
I just wonder though, like if he would be interested in like it depends how much he likes Marv. Like I just wonder like if he would be interested in getting younger with Marv. You know what I mean? Like if he's blown up to that caliber, he might be interested in moving Justin Jefferson for Marv. You know what I mean? Like he might want to chase that upside is what I'm saying. I think there might be a door there to offer that. Like I know we're asking for a lot, dude. I get it. Like, and honestly, for this one, dude, I don't feel as comfortable.
I did forget this was 10 teams, so that does lower Goff for me a little bit in value.
Yeah, exactly. This I don't feel as
if it was 12 team, I would love this deal. But yeah, it does lower it a little bit in 10 team.
Listen, the door is clearly open and talking. Yeah, Justin, start talking. Like, see if there's legwork. Like, if we did add, like, I know our calculator is going to say because all those firsts are treated equally. See if he's interested in the Marv and Justin swap. And who's on his team? Go hit add a player, Stu, Garrett, to that. The other team.
Which team?
Yep.
This guy?
Yeah. Because a part of me, like, I wonder if he'd like want to move, like, if we offered him, like, dude, that's just not enough. Like, I think the thing that would flip the script for him that make him say it was enough would be like if we gave him Marv and Brian Thomas and we got back Justin Jefferson and Garrett Wilson, like, because he's getting really young with high, like the Brian Thomas upside. You know what I mean? Like, and I'd be good with that too. But I don't want to move Brian Thomas. But
I was gonna say I love our wide receiver core. Like, I don't want to do anything to
me neither.
That.
All right, so that's an offer for that team essentially that we're kind of playing with. I want to go big here, like because I'm not. If I had to, I'd give 2 firsts for Kyren. Those like the 2 bottom firsts, I guess. But let's see if there's another path because I do want to fix a running back and quarterback if we can.
I'm with you. I don't love giving 2 firsts, but if I back against the wall, sure. But
not for Kyren, at least.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'd want to get something back because that just feels real expensive.
Who's other teams on the bottom down there, Pete? Like that 7 team has a lot of quarterbacks.
Lamar.
Oh, no, they don't.
And just high end.
Does that team think they're a contender?
I don't know how
Phil
they
Lamar?
would.
With they have no receivers outside of Puka.
Yeah, is there a deal for here to get Lamar?
That's what I'm thinking. Can we do a Lamar and then who's the running backs again?
Hall, Connor, Swift, Judkins.
Yeah, because especially with Judkins being out,
yeah.
I'd want somebody to help us for this year. Which
we got Jalen Wright, we got Achan.
I mean, yeah, for a throw-in aspect
Yeah,
of it.
no,
but-
I know, but that interests me is that helps as a throw-in. Not, it doesn't. It's not like a part of the deal, like deal breaker, but like
Yeah.
we get Jalen right off of them.
See, the problem is like this isn't the running back room I want to like help me get over the top. I guess if we get Connor on the cheap, then maybe. But like, I don't know.
Also-
so the deal. Listen. Our running.
He said the Puka owner doesn't even trust him anyway.
Oh, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Side
he
note-
always shuts him down.
Okay.
Before I forget, Woody Marks is on the waiver wire. So
Oh yeah.
I would grab
They cut him
him
up.
for sure. Drop.
I don't know who was on.
This
our
guy
team.
doesn't trust us.
Mitchell?
That's fine, but like my interest there, Garrett, is not overdoing my running back room. I don't want to get
Drop
Achan
Christian
as
Wilson.
help my or get Jalen Wright to help Achan, and then I'd get James Conner because we also have Trey Benson, so that'd be fantastic. Who looked good in his preseason interview. This would be for Lamar. This is a Lamar,
Right, but he said that guy doesn't even trust him and doesn't want to work with him.
which is
so-
fine. Because I think if you offered him 2 firsts and Trevor Lawrence, you probably can get Lamar, James Conner, Jalen.
I would
Wright.
like that deal. Yep, I would like
Yeah.
that deal.
And I know it seems like a lot because, like, again, Trevor Lawrence offers upside, but Lamar Jackson, we're trying to win here, right? Like,
It's
you're in
the difference makers, and that makes those elite quarterbacks almost even a little bit more valuable in 10 team because the rest of the guys don't matter as much. So it makes
Yeah.
those top 3 guys really shine.
100%. And he got more of the, and that seems like for him, like I like our other deal more. Let me start there.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
But this deal, getting James Conner and Jalen Wright gives us it almost locks up our depth at running back now completely. Because I love that we have Trey Benson, and then we get Lamar, and our receivers are studs. And all we're giving up a T Law and a late first and a mid first.
Yep, I think that's a great deal as well. Anything else here that Justin, let us know. Is there any other teams that are usually frisky, like willing to trade? Because I'd be curious to see if there was one other move that we
Go
could
back.
potentially
Go back. This guy's
guy?
got 3 quarterbacks, and the team before him 2. So he's got 3 quarterbacks, and he's got Brock Purdy, who I'm always desperately trying to trade, but he doesn't have any depth. Oh, wow, this team sucks.
This team, I mean, we keep going after big names like Justin Jefferson. We need a running back. Could we be looking at a Bijan and Brock Purdy?
I would, yeah, dude, if we could now
And we have this team's first as well.
we have this team's first.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I would offer this guy. Yeah. I would offer him Caleb Williams.
Oh, Bijan's how he got his picks.
Oh, really?
He had Bijan. He traded him this guy and then got all the picks. That's
All right,
funny.
never
So
mind.
this,
It's not, he's not
this guy
going
must
backwards.
be.
I was saying, 'cause I would offer him Caleb Williams, like the super young quarterback, and all 3 firsts for Brock Purdy and Bijan. But yeah,
Yep.
he's probably not gonna do that. Then it doesn't make any picks.
He
So that
might
makes sense.
in season though. Once he realizes, like, ooh, like if Bijan and Amon-Ra are not absolutely carrying this team,
Yeah,
like he might be in a bad spot.
yeah. So probably not. And then next team over was they had the 3 quarterbacks. Let's see if there's any wiggle room here. James Cook, he's got to be worried about his running backs, Drake London. It's weird because like you think some of these teams want they're contenders, and like you look at them like, dude, in a 10-team league, this team's not strong enough.
Yeah.
He has no running back depth. The guy has no running back depth.
Yeah.
So he doesn't help us.
All right. I mean, I think we did the moves that are realistic to get done. Obviously, you know, if the Bijan has any possibility, cool. But I think those first 2 are your best options.
Can I look at team 2 real quick again, though, real quick? Because they're in contender mode. They got May, Allen, Fields, McCarthy.
So their quarterbacks are really cropping.
They
them
have
up.
RJ Harvey, but he needs receiver help, and we got really good receivers. So scroll down. And Rasheed Rice isn't starting right away.
Godwin,
He's young.
Rice.
They're young, so yeah, they're not getting the credit yet.
I know, but like this is an interesting team, Garrett, where like we might be able to offer like Marvin Harrison and get Rasheed Rice back and like get like a JJ McCarthy, who obviously you know who I like. I'm trying to I'd love to have a third quarterback because our quarterbacks are a little bit of a gamble. I like to have a third one. Like
I would too. I just don't know if that's going to help us win this year, like a deal like this.
Yeah, I agree. But like, what do you go? Who's his running backs again? Because we still need that third running back, bro.
JT. I'd love to get JT.
Yeah, because you probably want to stay young. I mean, obviously, I'd love to get Harvey or JT, honestly, or K Walker. He's got the quarterbacks. Like, he could use a receiver. Like, again, offering him Marv for like Rashee Rice would really, like, he'd probably be really excited. Even like, I know you don't want to mess with the quarterback room, so I get it. Rashee Rice offers such high upside. I'd like to get JJ McCarthy on this team. See a nice little run JJ had too. Okay.
You want JJ on every team.
I do. It's my goal.
All right.
Where's
Well, Justin, appreciate you, man. Best of luck with all of these deals. Lots of opportunity out there for you to make something happen.
That first one, yeah. Let us know. Hit us up. I want to know if that first deal, like, there's like obviously we spent a lot of time on that first deal, and I think there's a lot of leg there to get it done. Right? Am I right on that one? I don't think of the last.
You're thinking of the Jamar Chase one.
Yeah, never mind. Okay, I'm a silly guy.
All right, Pete.
Okay, getting it set up. This is Chad's team.
Chad.
Double checking it, and we are good to go. It's a 12-team start 11.
12
it's
team.
a super flex team, not tied in premium.
Okay. Yeah, we've had a lot of those today. A lot of super flex teams that do not have the premium. Halfway there. All right. This team is an 8th in dynasty mode with Baker Mayfield, Anthony Richardson, Tyler Shuck, and Daniel Jones, and Joe Flacco. So a lot of potential starters, but only one that you feel good about at the moment. Running backs, we're looking at Travion Henderson, Isaiah Pacheco, Najee Harris, Devin Singletary, Kareem Hunt. And actually, I'm going to pause real quick because I just remembered we had a super chat come through that
yes,
we did not get to yet.
I realized that too. Thanks for catching that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will get right back to that, Chad. I just wanted to make sure we didn't get too long without answering these. So 1 QB contender, start 2 running back. Should I trade James Cook for a 26 first? It's going to be a top 6 one, and a 27 first, a top 6 one. Current running backs are Gibbs, Cook, Henderson, Judkins, and Ray Davis. I have 0 picks in 26, but 3 in 2027. And that's why, honestly, I don't care if you're a contender or not. Value is value. This is too good a value for me to pass up. 2 top 6 firsts for a guy that could easily be on a different team, might not play this year. A lot like this is arguably even more value than he had last season when he was balling out. So for me, I think this is an easy, absolutely. What about for you, Rich?
Yeah, smash accept. It gives you 4 firsts in 27. Opens the door for you when somebody falls out to trade your 27 firsts away for a running back to add that depth. Hopefully Gibbs and Henderson can hold weight or hold the water, until Judkins comes back. Ray Davis offers something happens with Cook. Definitely gets traded. But I mean, I'm with you, dude. I can't pass that deal up for Henderson. Like, there's deals like I could pass up for like, I'm sorry, for Cook. For like, if I'm a contender for like a good player, and Cook is a good player, right, but like a little bit more known
player.
But, yeah. For this, I would smash accept this, and then I'm waiting like till week 5, 6, and I'm probably trading my 27 first. I'm still trying to hold out to that. Pick that's 1-1 through 1-6. Now, if something changes where now that team's a playoff team, it looks like they might make it. Then I'm just moving their first that I got and holding a 4-27 first, and I'm gonna get a running back.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm then also on the hunt to, hey, where's Josh Jacobs at? Where's Jonathan Taylor at? Where's Derrick Henry at? Where's one of these guys that are acquirable, that are maybe a little bit older, but are still like somebody I could go get. So we're 100% on the same path here. Love that trade for you, Mike.
Yeah, and you're just looking for a RB3 to get through, and it could be like even a Joe Mixon. Anybody who's older kind of come through. If it is a super hotter, say somebody comes in, they're starting because of injury, like, and you get them for like a 2 seconds, something on those lines. Like, after that, you're going to be starting Gibbs and Henderson in the playoffs, right? Like, so you're just looking for 2 weeks of bye weeks filler. And then when Judkins comes back, obviously that should help, but like take that before it goes off the board, because that's an amazing deal for Cook. And honestly, there's very few running backs I would not make that deal for. Like I'd be interested in trading away Chase Brown for that deal. Like same deal. I mean, I know him and Cook are similar, but like there's not a lot of running backs I would, as high as I am on RJ Harvey, I would give that up for RJ. You know what I mean? There's so
the only running backs I don't think I would do that for is if I have Bijan, Gibbs, Achane, and even Achane would be close, but probably not Achane. Genty,
Hampton and Henderson, I wouldn't do it for either.
And Hampton and Henderson. That's about it. I think anybody else I'd be willing to do that deal for.
Yeah. Maybe like Bucky be interested by even Bucky Irvin. I would give that up for. I think everybody those running backs we mentioned is I would do that deal for
because they're top 6. Like if they were later, then it's a little different. But top 6, I'm doing it.
Even at 1-6, I'm going with that. Definitely in 27.
Tunchi says, "How high would you draft Judkins in a rookie draft with his legal / contract situation? Debating him or Matthew Golden, Dart, or Loveland at 111, Superflex, no tight end premium. Curious your thoughts, Rich." Are you still sticking with him, or are you taking maybe slightly safer assets in these guys?
Listen, I feel like there's a player that pops up in this situation every single year, whether it be a Tyreek Hill, Rashee Rice early last, things like there's always guys like, dude, are they going to play this legal situation? What's going to happen? Listen, and I don't want to say this because like the topic is like it is. I don't want to like just make it not sound serious because what he did serious, right? But like this is something that's popped up in the NFL consistently. I mean, this popped up with Tyreek Hill, and his girlfriend was pregnant at the time. This popped up. It popped up with Adrian Peterson, and we're talking about a small child, right? Like these situations are horrendous and they're terrible. But in this game, like unfortunately, that is not a deterrent from these guys getting on the field. Quinshon Judkins was a very high second-round pick. He was the third running back off the board. He's going to play. Like, yes, it kind of sucks his contract's not signed yet, but it's not like the Browns aren't just going to throw that pick away over his charges, right? And definitely the fact that he waived his right to a speedy trial, it's going to get pushed back down. There's still a very good chance he could settle this case, and it never even goes to trial. He just settles, right? Like they come on a monetary value, they settle. Now, he would probably still get suspended as well. But he's a 21-year-old running back that we liked his tape a lot. So if we throw everything that's personal out of this, the talent's there. The draft position's there. The team is there. The carries are there. So I am taking Quinshon Judkins, and honestly, Garrett, that's right about where I'm taking him. 110, 111. Maybe I would take RJ Harvey ahead of him because again, I like him a lot. I would probably be comfortable sliding a Mecca Buka at a Judkins at this point too. How good he's looked. So like he's going for me like 1-7, 1-8 down to like 110, 111. And that's it. Because and honestly, again, this sounds like I don't like I'm cold or callous. It's not. But like for Dynasty, like I take advantage of these situations, like depleted value. Because and I know it sounds as shitty as it is, but like nobody's talking about this in a couple of years, and definitely if he plays really well. Nobody's talked about Joe Mixon punching that person in the face coming out of college and breaking that person's jaw, who was a female, by the way, right? Nobody sits there and talks about, people are talking about Tyreek Hill's wife. Nobody's talking about how many times he's been accused of domestic violence. Like there's some shitty people out there. There really is. And if you want to play that way where you want to avoid those players, I totally respect that. I understand it. But like, if you just focus on the game, in the game itself, Judkins is going to play in the NFL, and he's most likely going to be playing for the Cleveland Browns. And he's most likely going to be playing week 7 of the NFL season, worst case week 8, right? That's just how it's going to play. So right now, that's value in your draft, and I would 100% take him at 111. If it's super flex and you like Jackson Dart look good in his little time, and you need a quarterback, you want to take Jackson Dart there, I have no problem with that. If you love Colston Loveland and you want to take him there, it's tight end premium, I'm okay with that. But I would take Quinshon Judkins. Now, if I really need a quarterback, I have no problem taking Jackson Dart there, Garrett. I really don't. Like, I'd risk it for a running back any day of the week. But in a vacuum, I'm taking Quinshon Judkins at 111. And honestly, I'd be very interested in taking him at 110 in that range because I would take him over Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland. Even in tight end premium leagues, I would still take him because he's that talented.
Absolutely. All right, let's get back to Chad's here. Chad, sorry we had to interrupt it real quick. Forgot that we did not get to these, so wanted to make sure that we answered these questions. So let's go back up to the top to make it consistent. At quarterback, we have Baker Mayfield, Anthony Richardson, Tyler Shuck, Daniel Jones, Joe Flacco. Running backs, Travion Henderson, Isaiah Pacheco, Najee Harris, Devin Singletary, Kareem Hunt. Then at wide receiver, Brian Thomas, Garrett Wilson, Emeka Ibuka, Jaden Higgins, Chris Godwin, Michael Pittman. And then at tight end, we have Brock Bowers and Gunnar Helm. Draft picks wise, we have our first. It looks like we have all of our picks moving forward. So we're in great spot there. So we are in 8th in dynasty mode. In contender mode, we're probably a couple spots lower though. Only one spot lower at 9. So, Rich, right now, this strikes me as kind of the epitome of what you and I always talk about is like, let's not get stuck in the middle. This team feels very stuck in the middle with some good players. There's some players on this team that are really good and really interesting, but we haven't pushed it all in with trading our draft picks and trying to get some elite players, but we haven't also like been so bad where we're going to be a bottom, 2 type team. So Rich, which assuming we want to leave this purgatory, which direction are you trying to take this thing?
We have got, this is a team that find themselves, you need everything to go right to be a championship caliber team. Everything, because you are in a bad spot, bro. Here's why. All you have is draft capital is your first next year. Now, the good thing is you need another quarterback, and you have your first, and it's going to be next year's a deeper quarterback class. You're going to be able to get a quarterback, to say the least, right? Like you're going to have a top 4 pick, because the problem with this team is how you get stuck in the middle is you need another quarterback. So you take a quarterback with your first next year. You still have no running backs. We love Trevian. It's still a fluid position. He can get hurt. You have no other running backs. Pacheco does not count to me as having a running back. Definitely going in the future. You have 2 really good receivers in Brian Thomas and Garrett Wilson. You have the number 1 tight end. He's not available. I'm sorry. I don't move Brock Bowers on any team format unless like I had to, but we don't have to here. Who's our third receiver?
Thomas, Wilson, Godwin, Higgins, Pittman, Ibuka.
So Godwin's an in-season candidate to move if he picks back up, right? Pittman's an in-season candidate move, but that doesn't help us now,
And I think Pacheco's another one because unless Rich, I don't know where you're at on him. I think he still gets enough run this year to be interesting, but I think we're trying to get rid of him quickly.
I think he gets enough run early to hold value. I think there's a chance they might lean on Brashard Smith a little bit later, but yeah, he's going to get run early. Wouldn't be surprised. I do not trust him to stay healthy. Pacheco is getting moved off my roster, the first hint of value. But again, you can't move him until week 1 on, right? A running back's going to get hurt week 1. If Pacheco has a solid game, you're moving him for any kind of draft cap. Honestly, dude, best thing you can get, preferably draft capital here. For me, Garrett, on this team, like Michael Pittman, Chris Godwin, I got to move in season. But for us to get where we need to be, we have to move Garrett Wilson or Brian Thomas.
I think you're right. And I think when I look at these 2 players, which one has the highest likelihood of being at their all-time high value? And for me, that's probably Brian Thomas. And I know that that's hard to move on from a guy that after his rookie season did that. But we have to remember it's a brand new offense. Should be a better offense. But you never know. I mean, these happen all the time, and you get this offensive guru in there, and it just doesn't really work. So brand new offense. They drafted Travis Hunter as well. Who knows long term who the number 1's going to be? So there's enough on this team that could go wrong. And honestly, he wasn't as good with Trevor Lawrence. He was better last year with the other quarterbacks than he was Trevor Lawrence. So I think Brian Thomas just has so much value right now, and I just don't see him going much higher than where he's at right now.
And that's a good thing though, because I mean, listen, he could be a perennial Amon-Ra, CeeDee Lamb. He could be that guy, which is fine. But like we have a Mecca in our back pocket, and we got Garrett Wilson, so we have 2 good receivers left, and we have to fix our quarterback position, right? Like we have to, because we're going to add another guy next year with our first too, so he'll be our 3rd quarterback. Just to let you know. So I am looking to move Brian Thomas, and I'm hoping that we could package him with Baker to offer a good quarterback as well and get a younger quarterback back, plus what everything else we need, like maybe like a 2-for-1. So for me, I mean, contender mode, like we can start right at the top and see who these good teams that have a lot of depth too.
Team 3 really needs a wide receiver as well. We got
London, Metcalf, Pickens, Samuel, Golden.
Yeah, and that's
good.
Gavin, Austin.
I like those guys a lot for this year. I like Debo. Debo's like when Terry not playing. Debo. We talk about players that get a lot of hype in camp. I just want to let everybody know Debo has been shredding camp. Like him and Jaden Daniels are already clicking. He's been fantastic in camp. Debo Samuel could be a league winner this year, by the way. So
do you think Terry plays for the Commanders?
I do
this year. Okay,
I do. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know how you could trade him. At some point, Terry's got just like, hey, dude, like if this is a last year deal, you got to play it out, dude. And just it is what like you can't leave money on the table, man. Like you just definitely at 30 years old, unfortunately, Terry. Like I love you, OHIO, but like if they're not willing to do anything, then you got to play your contract. It sucks, Everyone thinks you can hold out and get a new contract. It's not the way it works in the NFL. These owners are billionaires. They could wait. But anyways, I don't think this team is as desperate. Like the problem here, Garrett, is like I don't like. We're not going to get back what we need.
Yeah, it's not a good fit for us. Let's try one. Let's try the top team.
Dak and can we see the quarterback? Pete, go back to the quarterbacks. We are looking for a quarterback here.
Yep.
Okay.
CJ Stroud.
Drake May is very interested into me here. Running backs, he's fine. Who's his receivers?
Neighbors, Collins, Waddle, Odunze, Purcell.
Odunze and May for Brian
May.
And for Brian Thomas and Baker Mayfield. I feel like we still need more.
I need more. I need picks.
He doesn't have any extras, but he has all of his picks.
This is one where you could just go for the 27 instead of the 21st. He might be more willing to do that, depending on how keen he is on these draft classes.
Yeah, can we go back up to his team then? I just want to see how old. So he has Njoku 2 years down the road. He'd have Neighbors, Nico, Waddle 2 years down the road with Pearsall,
Kamara, and Barkley.
Yeah, I want his 20. Yeah, he'd have Mayfield. I'd want his. All right, so for this team, again, it's not our number one trade, but for this team, we'd offer him Brian Thomas and Baker, and we'd want his. I don't really love that. Again, we're just taking like we're taking all the risk.
We're taking all the risk. Like I need something else fairly significant.
Yeah, give up Brian Thomas and hope Rome Odunze fills those shoes. And like again, we like May, but you hope he be as good as Baker. He's just younger. Right. That's all. You know what I mean? For a first, I don't love that deal, dude. Like I'd want.
I need more.
Like we love May, and that guy's starting lineup, so it's fine. But like, I don't love that. Let's go to another team because I don't love even offering that, dude. I don't know if I'd do that.
Okay.
See the number 2 team? Where are we going? Are we just skipping? We playing hopscotch?
I thought we were already on this team. My bad.
Oh, have we looked at Jordan Love yet? Nope, we sure have not.
Just his roster.
This team needs a running back so bad.
We do have Trevian, who I don't want to move, but it's got to be the right. Like we got to find the right package for this guy. So, all right, Pete, are we going to look at the rest of his receivers or? Just to stay stagnant. Help us out, bro.
I'm getting on your nerves, Rich.
I got my nerves. I just want to see a little bit of
now I know there's a deal to be done because I saw a name.
Yeah. It does really interest me here. I'd be much more interested here for our team structure if we can get Ladd McConkey and Jordan Love for Baker, Brian Thomas, and his first.
I love that move. I love that move. I don't know that he would do it.
Probably not. But like again,
do we have a something running back to throw in that would even help him?
Pacheco and Hunt. Okay, I would offer this team Baker Mayfield and Brian Thomas for Jordan Love and Isaiah Pacheco and
Isaiah
Kareem
Pacheco.
Hunt
Uh-huh.
for Jordan Love, Lad McConkey, and his 27 first.
I like that move.
We're trying to get
Pacheco's
younger
enough to
and
get him over the
build
top, which it might be. He needs somebody for this year. So let's see.
So we're offering
Brian Thomas
and
Baker Mayfield
for McConkey, Love, and his 27.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're also
We're
giving
doing
up
Pacheco.
Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. Not that they're worth a ton, but
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt offers those. Thanks for a couple points.
that's almost a perfectly even trade.
Man, next year when you guys do the trade calculator game on the podcast,
I'm gonna be
Rich
so
is going
good
to
at
be
it.
so good at it.
From all of these roster rescue trades.
I
love this deal. Love this deal,
Yeah.
Rich.
So here's a deal we could offer. Now, again, our team's not fixed here. This is just
No.
pivoting and getting younger at quarterback while picking up an extra draft pick, which is what we want to do. That's where, that's a part of the process. Because now we would have the 26th first ours, which should be pretty good. We can get our second quarterback there, right? Again, and in season, you could probably trade Joe Flacco early for like a second if I could do that. Like if somebody needs quarterback help, if I can get a second, I would package Isaiah Pacheco and Flacco if I had to. Want to look at a couple more teams to see what else? Like that's it.
Rich,
I like
real
this
quick.
offer.
What time do you have to get out of here?
I don't have a time.
Oh, you don't have a time today? Okay, I thought you had to do 1:30. So
No, that was I thought I did back-to-back weeks, but they they start school next week, so camp is officially now like 4 to like they went in the school hour camp
nice.
Mode.
Nice.
for football. Because remember, even, like Brian Thomas is appealing to everybody. So even in like contender mode, down on the bottom, like
Right. Yeah, he still could be a fit for their team.
yeah, we may well get like a first, a better higher first.
Herbert.
Ooh, do we go Marvin Harrison and Herbert for Baker and Brian Thomas?
I would love to do that.
Ooh,
I mean,
Barry Bonds.
It's all about how people view Brian Thomas and how people view Marvin Harrison Jr. Because Marvin Harrison Jr. was a big disappointment for a lot of people last year, even though his numbers were not that bad. So I know it looks like on the calculator you might not be able to get it done. I think it's at least possible. I'd throw it.
It's a lot closer than a calculator says it is for sure.
Would you throw in like you wouldn't throw in like a Higgins to get this through, or would you?
I don't think I'd want to give up Jalen Higgins as well.
I'd throw in Godwin to get it done if I had to, but I don't think this team's it's a bottom team.
Yeah, they want young players.
Godwin will be able to move in season for a package too. Like Godwin might be a good, perfect, like to a contender. Hey, I'll give you my second, which is going to be a little bit high, and Godwin for your first. Like that's the kind of deal like you're looking to do with Godwin, right? Like his best deal is like you're going to try and package up, or like, hey, I'll give you Godwin in my 26 second, which is going to be like 2-1 to 2-3 for your 27 first. I don't even want your 26 first because again, he's guaranteed to be a contender. So that's a deal you're looking to do there. This is an offer I'm comfortable with. Look, some more teams on the bottom down there.
Birdie Ward.
No, they got no receivers.
Does anybody
Where's
have?
the JJ?
Okay,
Oh, here's
Right
the JJ guy.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, Rich.
we've hit pay dirt. Okay, here we go.
Ted McMillan.
Yeah, can we offer him?
Honestly, you might not even have to offer Baker.
Yeah, so dude. We're on the same exact page.
So just Brian Thomas for Tet and JJ.
And I would throw in.
We don't have to. I mean, that is almost that's as close as of a trade as we've made
To
as far
us.
as equal
Yeah,
value.
he's not starting. I would if I had to give up like again Rashee Rice in this, or not Rashee Rice,
Isaiah Pacheco.
Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. I would do that too to help out. Dude, this is my favorite offer.
Yeah, because we get to keep Baker in this scenario, which we could always move Baker later if we need to, especially in season. You pair him with a Chris Godwin, so somebody gets a stack. Like that could be appealing. So yeah,
and points per game. Tet could flirt with trying to get close to BT. If Hunter takes it away from him, like a point on a
yeah.
if
Tet has a big year and BTJ has a little bit of a down year,
I would give a little bit more if I had to.
I'd throw in a second if I had to.
If I had to give up my high second for this, I would make it happen. I like if that's what he said. If you send me a little bit more, like, hey, dude, I'm probably gonna have 2-1 to 2-3. I'll give you my second 2. I'd have no problem doing that at all. Like, I love this deal, and this guy can afford to do it because he can afford to give up JJ.
Mm-hmm.
There's a part of me, even though Kegler says it's right, I feel like we might you know what I might do in here just to make it look 2 for 1 on the gate. I might throw my third in just to see. If he says I need a little bit more, then I'm like, all right, I'll go to my second. Just again, trying to make it for like optics to make it look good.
Yeah.
And thirds are so devalued in my eyes. Like they're really nice to look at. See how like the point how low we value those.
Almost nothing.
This is my favorite offer.
Yep, I think so too.
This is how we take a big step forward. And now, okay, so say we make this deal, right? So now we go to our team, Pete. We have Baker, Mayfield. And again, I'm trying to get young. If Baker's lighting the board up, I am trying to pivot off of Baker for somebody younger. Maybe another quarterback gets hurt at some point who's younger. Say like you can move and you can grab him for a 1-for-1. I'd be interested in that. But now you're going to have Baker Mayfield, which he's going to get another, like I'm fine holding on to Baker. You can build a team around him and JJ. You have Baker and JJ. You're going to move. Say we threw Pacheco. We're going to trade Pacheco and Hunt. We're going to trade Joe Flacco early if we can. We're going to trade Godwin early if we can. Then this gives us Ted McMillan, Garrett Wilson, Emeka Buka, Jaden Higgins. You're going to move Michael Pittman in season if possible. If you can get if Hopkins does anything and you can get a third, you're going to get a third back from him. You're going to have if you get JJ and you have Baker, your pick's probably going to end up top. Say it finishes where it is now, where you finish at the bottom. Say you finish with 1-4. I would be really interested then in taking that 1-4. We'll know better now, but in a vacuum now, what I would want to do is I'd want to find a way with my team structure and for how thin you're at running back. I would either you can get a really good running back there at 1-4. I'd also be very interested in possibly moving back to acquire another 27 first and moving back to like the 110 to 112 range. Take a best running back or best player available there, and then try to use 2027 as a big pivot forward. But like, just be mindful of the running. Like, say a running back gets hurt, you can move like Godwin for a young receiver or a young running back that got banged up. You want to do that as well. That's worth the gamble, right? Like say RJ Harvey hurts his knee and he's out for a while, or like someone he needs receiver help. If there's any addition to go get a running back, I'd use Godwin for that instead of capital.
Sure.
But I'm trying to get as much, even if it's seconds and thirds, like I'm trying to get as much draft capital as I can, because you're going to have to take a lot of shot at running back here. Trevion's going to be a really nice piece, but you're going to need another one. But I think you fix your receiving core is fine. Your tight end is obviously fine, and your quarterback room is fixed with that deal. And you still have some room to move. Like if Higgins hits slightly, but you have and you have Tet, Wilson, and Emeka, you still have some room to play there at the receiving room too that are young. It's just not a quick process with this. You know what I mean? Like 2027 is our target year.
Yep. But with a Brock Bowers and with those young receivers, I think you would be in a good spot.
And Trevion, who I love. I think Trevion can fit that mold of a top 7 fantasy football running back for the next 6 years. I think he'd be enter that tier 1 to tier 2, like easily. I think I see him as a tier 2 running back, which is going to be that Devon Achane tier, because like Devon Achane, just like the tier 2 is small. Like I don't put even like Bucky Irvin might flirt into that range, but like it's almost like Achane's in there almost by himself a little bit for me in that tier 2 at running back. Bucky has a good chance to earn it, but a lot of these young guys have a chance to enter that tier. You could probably throw Kyron Williams in that tier 2 if you really want to, with a little bit 2-year security in LA. I wouldn't hate it. But yeah, I think it's a good spot here for this team.
I agree. All right, Chad. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for hopping on the show. And let's get this next one in here. Our guy Sean. Sean's up next.
Yes. Sorry, I was putting in the.
No, we're good.
This is the first Superflex tight end premium league we've had. Man, 10 team, start 10, finished last year in 8th. New to Dynasty, so not sure how to handle this situation. And it looks like he traded away his 2026 first and 2027
and
first.
27. So he's all in. All right. So let's see what we have to work with here. This is the number 2 team in Dynasty in a 10-team Superflex tight end premium league. We have Josh Allen, Caleb Williams, and Sam Darnold at quarterback. At running back, we have Jahmyr Gibbs, Travion Henderson, Bucky Irving, Trey Benson, Tyjae Spears, Tank Bigsby, Ray Davis, Kyle Monungai. Wide receiver, we have Marvin Harrison Jr., Rome Odunze, Emeka Ibuka, Chris Olave, Jerry Jeudy, Jordan Addison, Josh Downs, Jalen Knoll. And then at tight end, we have Dalton Kincaid, Tucker Kraft, Bretton Strange, and Jatavian Sanders. So, Rich, I'm going to let you kick this thing off. I got to pee real bad. So you go ahead and kick it off, and I'll hop in.
All right.
Contender
so
7th.
Yeah. I want to see the teams ahead of them, but you went all in, and I feel I hate when, like, I'm there. I'm in a lot of teams where I trade away future picks, but like your team, you're gonna look at your receiving core as probably your weakest hole, but like if Caleb can hit, you're in a really good spot here because I obviously love your running backs. I think that's the strength of your team. Obviously you have Josh Allen, which is strength, but you have 3 quarterbacks, you have 3 running backs with the upside of like Spears and Bigsby and Davis and even Monungai in situations. Oh, and Trey Benson too. So you're fine there. You need Rome and Marv. You need all of your receivers. Like Jeudy, I think is gonna be fine. At worst case, a wide receiver 2. As suspended for the first couple games, but dude, you have so much upside at receiver. You just need that upside to hit. Like, and to sit here, like I don't want to tell you to even make any moves because I don't know what moves you're gonna make because you have all the upside again, and you need, since you're all in, you're not trading away Gibbs, you're not trading away Henderson, you're not trading away Bucky. I think this is the bed you made, and it looks like a comfortable bed. It just, you need all that. You need Caleb to put together, and you have the Rome stack, which is nice. You need Rome to be the wide receiver 1. You need Marv to take that leap, which I feel comfortable doing. You need Olave to keep healthy, and then you get your other receivers. You have a Mecca in your back pocket, fantastic. Downs, upside. Addison, upside. Like, yeah, I don't mind.
I think here's the one thing I would do, Rich, because overall I agree. When I looked through that roster, I was like, honestly, there's not a ton I'm going to do, but we do have to look at it and say, like, we are in 7th in contender mode, even though we're full contenders. Yeah. Because you're right. A lot of these are just, we have a lot of the upside players. With how many receivers we have, though, I would like to combine 2 of those receivers and upgrade. Even if I had to throw in a Spears or a Tank Bigsby or something to that pot, and 2 receivers and a running back, because I think that's the big thing in a 10-team league. I'm not as worried about my depth.
Yeah,
because I can fix that. I need to have a player that can help me change levels. And I think that's really what we're missing right now is a player to help us kind of get to that next level.
If you don't have the level, go to team 3 because they need receiver help. All right. I'm open to offering this team for Garrett Wilson, a 2-for-1.
2-for-1 on that. All right. So, well, they need Wilson though.
I know, but you'd give.
So you're saying we're giving them 2 receivers
for Garrett Wilson?
Yeah. The only thing is, I don't know if they're going to be willing to tear down because they have, I don't know, they don't have a lot of upside there.
Yeah, but we have good. We're not offering like we'd be giving them 2 receivers that are like solid.
So
upside.
would you give up like an Emeka Ibuka and Chris Olave to get Garrett Wilson?
See, and this is the problem where I say I'm comfortable. Like I'd much rather just have a Mecca and a Lave. Like I love both their ceilings. We're like, and with Justin Fields, we don't know for sure how Garrett Wilson's going to play in his long term. You know what I mean? Like we don't know for sure.
Sure.
I really like a Mecca in that offense. I really do. I think he could.
I do too. Just to get to like, I don't even know if Garrett Wilson's the guy that I really want to target. So let's see if there's another team. Yeah.
And listen, Olave, when he plays, Olave's a very solid wide receiver too.
Yeah.
So we're looking for a team that needs wide receiver, or what?
What I want
Oh,
some higher tier receivers that we might be able to go get. It might be tough because that team's gonna be missing, a couple guys early on. CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Adams,
dude.
Chase.
Okay, hold on, stop. Again,
CD.
Since we're not desperate, let's see if we get CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, I think that's a good target to potentially go after. So, in a deal that we're not going to be, I'm assuming we're not giving up Marvin Harrison, or do you want to give up Marvin Harrison in this deal?
No, I definitely don't want to give up Marvin Harrison.
So that's the thing. I think it's not Bucky, Romo Dunze or Emeka have to be in this deal. The guy's just not even going to be.
Yeah, I'm way easier to go here. Like I was thinking. I mean, honestly, it's probably both of those guys.
You probably would realistically. So if you do Romo Dunze, Emeka Buka, and then
here's the thing, like, this is why Garrett, like, I don't even want to like do this because, like, yeah, CD's a stud. I love CD, but like, then now we're like, we have to be very. We have to realize we have no picks for 2 years.
Well, and that's part of it. That's why I feel like we have to do it because we got to win. Like to just sit and like hope everybody's gonna come. Like maybe. Like I'm with you though. I don't really want to give up Emeka, so I'd be more interested in either giving up Rome or Emeka Buka, and then let's add Chris Olave, and then let's add some other appealing asset to that instead of Emeka. So let's take Emeka Buka away.
Okay.
All right, let's go back there.
And the problem is Rome's depreciating in a lot of people's eyes, and we're trying to give away the depreciative asset.
So would you rather do Emeka instead of Rome?
I think he offers. Yeah, but this guy, if he thinks he's a contender, and the whole point is giving 2 for 1, is he's not going to get the value out of Emeka right away, too.
Yeah.
I don't know this deal is going to get done. So that's all right. And we could offer. I mean, I'm okay with any combo to get CeeDee Lamb, honestly. At all that you want to, like, I'd give him Mecca and Rome if I had to, but like I prefer just to keep.
All right.
I'd rather have all the depth and chase the upside with our draft room. Like I'd rather like we have the upside to get us. You're right. Do we have to hope? But like, there's a lot of players that he has that I believe in. So like for me, with the depth that he does have at receiver, like he has so many guys that offer the upside. Because listen, the upside we need to come through is Caleb Williams. We have Josh Allen, so we just need Caleb Williams to play like a quarterback too. He has so much depth at receiver. Even a guy like a Mecca with the Godwin's injury, a Mecca could come out right away and be good.
Who are the rest of our receivers? Just real quick, because maybe we're shooting for too high of a value player. Maybe we just need to get an older asset that's not going to be as expensive to kind of help solidify things for this year. Like, so I
don't want to do anything. I'm sorry. Like I know he submits these for offers, but like I don't want to do it. I mean,
what about Chris Olave for Devontae Adams? Something like that.
No. We don't know what's going on. Matt Stafford's back. That's a new offer. That's a risk. Like just as much as Olave. Without our picks, I'd rather stay young.
But Olave's a risk too. Like I would rather go for a guy that has at least a ceiling of a top 12 player this year to put us in a contender window.
All right. I mean, if you would do that, go ahead and recommend him. I would not do that.
I mean, I think I would want more back. But I think that's the crux of a deal or something like that. Like, is that type of player out there and available for us to make a deal?
Listen, man, you're going to have to ask Garrett on all these recommendations because I would recommend you stay pat and ride that. I feel very good with. I like your receiving core and I love your upside. I think Jerry Jeudy with Joe Flacco coming back, they've already ripped it in practices. They're looking pretty good. Judy does not like he took a step down. Remember, he finished as wide receiver 12 last year as well. Between say Rome doesn't step up, then you have Judy there to start instead of Rome. Olave can come in. Emeka can come in. Like you have again, he's so deep at receiver, Garrett, with and it's not guys like, oh man, to see if they're good or not. They're all first round picks, top 15 picks nonetheless.
But I don't care about being deep at receiver in a 10-team league.
It's not, Garrett. It's not about being deep. It's about who's going to step up. Hopefully they all step up, and then we could tier up to receiver. But what I don't want to do without our draft picks is I don't want to do all these deals we're giving these guys away for a more for sure thing. And I believe in them all. There's not a single guy that I'm looking to get off my roster. I actually believe in all those guys. So for me personally, again, my opinion, I think you're going to have more depth. I think we still do what you want to do, but I think there's going to be more proof that a more right now. Again, Rome's not going to get us what we want, where I think he could produce. Olave's not going to get you what I think he could produce. Judy's not going to get what you want, what I think he could produce. Judy coming up a wide receiver 1 last year at 26 years old, if he can still put up high end numbers, all their values are going to be significant. And without the draft capital that we have, I think we're trying to be a little bit cautious. And I'm not, Garrett, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. Mm-hmm. It's just, I just think it's unnecessary to sure up our receiving core, where I think we have the depth. I don't think, we have this depth because we need it. I think we have enough to secure what we want. I think all those guys aren't going to flame out. So I think we're going to get what we want out of probably 2 of these guys. And all we need is 2 of them. That's all we need is just 2 of them to step up. And we have 5 of them. So I'm more concerned about.
Let me see the rest of the receivers again, Pete.
Mm-hmm.
We have the upside of Josh Downs and Emeka on there too for safety. I think we could do what you do. I just don't think now's the time to do it because we're selling ourselves short.
I think, yeah, and we'll probably just see this one a little bit differently. I would feel much differently if we had our 26 and 27 first. I think I would be more comfortable just sitting pat and waiting to see what happens, because then in season we can make moves. What I'm worried is this team is going to be somewhere between 5th and 7th this year, and it just feels like a wasted season. And I think that's what I'm worried about. I feel like one wide receiver or one asset somewhere, even if it's tight end, one tight end asset, all of a sudden puts us in a much more likely scenario to compete than where we are at the moment.
He has a top 5 running back in Jahmyr Gibbs. He's got Trevion Henderson, who you and I just said could be a top 7 guy. Bucky Irving can be a running back 1. He's got 3 potential running back 1s. He's got Josh Allen, could be the number 1 overall fantasy scorer overall. Again, edge. He's got Brock Bowers, number 1 tight end in our.
We don't have Brock Bowers. We have Dalton Kincaid.
So we've got Tucker Craft, Dalton Kincaid, 2 very solid tight ends. One of those guys can enter the top 7 mode there. Plus, he's got the stack with Josh Allen.
It could, but top 7 doesn't help us much in a 10-team league. You know what I mean? It's not a difference maker.
So Garrett, so say we first of all, we're not getting that CeeDee Lamb deal done. I don't think. But and then if you give up,
I'm off of that.
Yeah, but if you give up Roman and Emeka, if CeeDee goes down, now all of a sudden Marv goes down, CeeDee goes down, we're screwed, dude. We're in a bad shape. We're in bad shape.
I mean, one of our running backs if you have multiple players go down, but in a 10-teamer, I'm
is where we're in trouble. I said if one guy goes down, all of a sudden we're in way more trouble.
I mean, yes, any team, if your top guy goes down, you're in trouble. Any team.
Okay. I mean, again, if you can find a deal, I don't like that Devontae deal at all, even remotely.
I'm just spitballing. Let me see some of these teams. Let me see what we have. Because I do think, if you just want to sit pat and hope, you can. There are upside players there, but I'm looking to be aggressive. I'm looking to take my team's destiny into my own hands and try to make something happen. As opposed to just
Eric, we have no draft capital to throw in on this, and we have to give a lot of.
So we got to win.
I know, but we have a winnable roster. Is my point? We have a winnable roster. I don't.
There's a reason we're in 7th. There's because all of these guys are hope.
Yeah, but I bet it's all probably pretty close too. And that's the thing. It is. They're downgraded on the hope side, but I believe in all those guys. Marv's down probably in contender mode compared to some of these guys. But again, if you can find a guy that we can get, I'm not saying. again, I'm not disagreeing with you that we can't tier up, but like, I don't think we're going to be able to find a deal where we're going to sell ourselves short is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, we're not like for Lad, like we're going to get up 2 guys that are probably like not going to be worth what we're going to get. Like, does Lad
let me see team
really
8
change it for you?
No, Lad would not.
Nico, who's missed the last 2 years with soft tissue injuries, we're going to give 2 for 1 for him. Like,
would you let me
With
talk?
like Ridley?
Let's go to team 6.
Okay.
A Calvin Ridley. A Calvin Ridley would be a great one, Pete. I actually really like that.
yes, I would give. You know what I would offer here?
Josh Downs.
Calvin Ridley. Yes.
Yes. Like those are the types of things I'm talking about. Let's give ourselves a chance to win. Let's give ourselves a chance.
Here, we found something that we can agree on then. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. It's just hard. So like, again, if this team's interested, because we're high on Josh Downs and hopefully they're active on Twitter, X, and they see a lot of other analysts are high on Josh Downs, I would offer him Josh Downs for Calvin Ridley or Deebo Samuel. Yes. Because we're young everywhere else. 100%. I would, that's probably about, those are probably the 2 players I would do something like that for, and I think could get done. Yes.
And you might not even have to give that much up for Deebo. You might even be able to get something back. Because I don't think the general community is as high.
I wouldn't even ask. I wouldn't even care. Like, what are we going to get? Like a third? Like, who gives a shit? Just go ahead and like, I'm trying to get a deal done here. Like you said, like give me Deebo and Chase the upside. I prefer Calvin Ridley.
I prefer Calvin Ridley.
But either one of those guys, that makes our receiving room a little bit more comfortable. And you're probably for sure starting Calvin Ridley over like even like Romo Dunze.
Exactly.
Deebo.
And then if Romo Dunze does blossom, cool, then we're good.
Yeah.
But if not, we have a piece to actually help us contend.
And for how good Deebo's looked, I know Deebo had a bad last year, but Deebo was an elite asset there for like a very small window.
Oh, yeah.
For how good he's looked, and he's motivated because he wants to get paid after this too, and he's got the best quarterback he's ever going to play with. I'd feel very good about having Deebo too.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So we found some common ground there. Look at an inexpensive player that might be a tad on the older side, but that would make your wide receiver core better to give you a better shot to win this year.
Sexy time.
All right. You got time for one more, Rich?
I can do one more, yeah.
All right. Let's do one last one, and then we will get out of here.
Wow, that's just fast 2 hours.
I know, right?
Isn't
that crazy?
Jackson's team.
Okay.
It's a 12-team start 8. Kind of interesting. Superflex, no tight end premium. 10th year of this Dynasty League.
Okay.
And he's rebuilding.
Before I get into anything, I feel very similar about a 12-team league where I'm only starting 8 as I do a 10-team league. I care about difference makers. I'm not as worried about depth because I'm only starting 8 guys. So, wait, didn't you say it was a super flex? This says PPR.
He says Superflex on here, and this is
this the right team?
This is the right league, yeah.
Okay,
that's
all right.
It says PPR.
Yeah,
he's starting Calvin Austin over Bryce Young, so that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so we're gonna go with the assumption it's PPR. If you're here, let us know if it's different, but we're gonna go with the assumption of PPR here. That might have just been a typo on your part. So quarterback, we've got Brock Purdy, Bryce Young. Running backs, Isaac Guerrero, Rico Dottle, nobody. Wide receivers, Khalil Shakir, nobody. And then at tight end, we've got Tucker Kraft, Brenton Strange. That's about it. But this team has acquired some draft picks. They only have 108 this season, but they've got 3 firsts and 26. Or sorry, they have 108 and 112, 2-1, 2-8. And then 3 firsts and 26, and their first in 2027. So right now they're in 12th in dynasty mode. I already know they're in 12th in contender mode. We don't really need to even look. Yep, they're 12th in contender mode as well. So, Rich, this is the truest of the true rebuild teams.
Mm-hmm.
So for you on this, is there even any trades that we are looking to make right now? Because we've basically
don't have anybody to trade.
That's the thing. We've torn it down to the studs. And by studs, I don't mean good players to like the bare walls. I guess if you're getting good value for Kraft, sure. But like at this point, I think we have to just do our best to build through the draft. But I'll be honest, this does not feel like enough picks for where our team is currently at.
Yeah, this team failed somewhere along the lines badly.
Which we've all been there. We've all been there.
Oh, 100%. You guys have all been there. I don't think I've ever. I mean, I failed to start up really badly once. And it was mostly because like injuries came out of nowhere, like Michael Thomas and Odell, and I was also on mushrooms. And like Garrett helped me, so it wasn't even my fault. 100%. It was also Mother Nature's and Garrett's fault for probably 75% of that. But I've also built it back pretty sexy to be the number one team in the league probably now. Help of Peter and let's see here. For me, Garrett, yeah, we have like if anything pops up of value here,
Sure.
you're selling. If Khalil Shakir, you can get a second for him, you're taking a second.
Yep.
Tucker Kraft, you're probably holding out for a first. Otherwise, it's just worth holding on to Tucker Kraft for, honestly, which you probably won't be able to get. But if the window opens up for a first for Tucker Kraft, I'm taking it. If
Even
not,
2
I'm
seconds, I would take it.
I don't think so.
It's not tight end premium.
I know, but like if Tucker Kraft, say Tucker, okay. If Tucker Kraft is like tight end 6, he's the number like right around there. And that because we all like Tucker Kraft going there. So if he could prove they could like hold up tight end 6 numbers right around there, like I don't want to take because then one of those seconds we got to use on a tight end. And then I'd rather not. Here's the thing. I'd rather just not have to worry about drafting tight end for what we're going to get back. If it's just a couple seconds for Tucker Kraft at this point, he's our only asset. If it's not super flex, I get anything for those quarterbacks. If I can move Brock, I'm moving Brock. If I can move Bryce, I'm moving Bryce. You probably won't in this league since it's one QB. But if you can get a first for Brock Purdy, sweet. If you can get,
Should we just go to the draft? Should we just go to the mock draft at this point?
he has 2 first next years and a lot of picks. So all we're doing here is all we're doing here is drafting. This is how you get a better team. You have no assets to trade. So all we can do to help you better your team is see who we could draft here. That is it.
Yep.
So, quick question, Garrett, on this. You said that you treat this like start 8 as like a start or like a 10-team league.
Like a 10-team league.
But Kraft still has value. Like the tight end position is a little bit different, right? Because Kraft,
it's a little bit different because you still have to start
finishing
one.
as a top 8 tight end. Like that's a lot more valuable in a 12-team league.
Correct.
Case,
Just
right.
Correct. Yeah. What I meant by that was I don't care about depth at my running back and my wide receiver positions hardly at all. Like, because I only have to start 8 guys. So I want studs, even if I have to sacrifice depth to do it.
Yeah, you want to really start in lineup, good starting lineup, with like one decent backup, like a solid, and by decent I mean like a good player, like somebody like a wide receiver 3 or running back 2, low end. Is this our first pick? Is 1-8?
Yeah, our first pick.
Yep.
What, dude? Well, how did we get here?
I don't know.
I wonder if he had a middle of the road team. I wonder if he like traded.
This was the last team. Would you trade Josh Allen and his 28 first for Purdy, Hampton, and his own 26 first back?
Was this team bad?
That was the last team we did. Remember
the team without any draft capital?
Without any draft. So it's 28 first.
That was the one where we disagreed on like trying to find a receiver to help him contend this year, kind of thing.
But he was a contender, though, right?
Yes,
yeah,
contender-ish. He was
Contender
7 out of 10, but we liked his team still.
I would just prefer 27 first then, but I would do that
to get. Well, it's getting his own 26 first back. Or are you saying get his own 27 back?
But he was a contender, right? Probably doesn't have.
He was 7th out of 10. But we liked his team maybe a little better.
God, here's what I don't love. So basically, it's Purdy, and you're getting Purdy and Hampton for Josh Allen, essentially, is what it is, because you're just getting first. I like
own first.
I like the huge gamble of like 28 down the road, but like you have no picks.
Yeah, but if you're trying to be a contender, getting your own 26 first back isn't as exciting. So I don't think I will. Like it's a good offer.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You don't need Hampton. Yeah, no, I'm not doing this. You need a difference maker at quarterback because like you need Josh Allen. No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, if it was a really sexy upside receiver instead, then I might be more interested.
Know what I would do that for? I would give, if I didn't have to give him my 28 first, if I can get my first back next year, Purdy and Hampton, then I'd be interested. But like
Without
even that,
giving the first-
CeeDee Lamb.
yeah, but you don't need to do it again. You have 3 stud running backs, and Hampton's a question mark.
Yeah.
High end.
If you
like,
threw in CeeDee Lamb instead of Hampton, would you do it?
and didn't we need a receiver?
We did.
Yeah.
We have like the
he's-
young upside guys like Marvin, Odunze, and those guys.
That's only putting him at Chase and Devontae Adams, though, and he's a contender.
Yeah, I mean, if I can give him like
Nobody
Olave back,
has it.
like I'd give him Josh Allen, Olave for CD and Purdy, like something like that. Again, I like his team a lot, so I'm not like Josh Allen's like an X factor for you. Like we're trying to win, you have no picks. Like Josh Allen's your best chance.
All right, so going back to this rookie draft here, I don't think Quinshon Judkins goes there with the news and stuff like that. So he's going to be falling a little bit farther, more than likely.
Can we go back up? Who? Yeah, probably would have went RJ Harvey or Taylor here.
Emeka Tet went right before. Assuming Quinshon's there, would you take him at 108?
Yeah.
Or would you be more interested in
one
taking
QB? Yeah, 100%. I'm taking it 1-8. I'm taking him.
Yeah, I think I would be too. So assuming if it goes exactly like this, I think we've kind of come to a consensus on like your choice between Harvey and Johnson, whoever they like more.
And it's not like you have to worry about not having a 1-1 next year. You're going to have it no matter what. But again, the fact that Quinshon's not playing right away helps you because it's going to more guarantee the 1-1. Yep. So it helps you. So I'm taking Quinshon there. We have 1-9 too.
No, we only have 1-8. We're just assuming Quinshon does not go at 1-7.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and take RJ Harvey. Yeah, because it's how it probably go. And 112.
Johnson's pretty good value here. One quarterback.
Yeah, and you're taking
Johnson.
Now. Remember, taking these guys too. If Caleb Johnson looks good, you're trading him.
Yep, end season. You're 100%.
If Quinshon Judkins comes in and he dominates, you're trading him. Like both those running backs, like you're taking both those running backs because they're best player available. Those are not long-term keepers with your team structure. You're moving those for like now you want a 26 first and a 27 first, right? That's what you're looking for. 2 first, 2 for one.
And in a perfect world, I'd actually prefer Jaden Higgins to be there. I think for this team, like I'd rather just have the receiver. But if he goes there, it is what it is.
So I'd rather have Caleb Johnson because he has a bigger chance of a bigger return quicker.
I could see that too.
I'm thinking return. Like we're so deep in the hole. Like I'm using these draft picks. Like none of these we're picking in the back of the first. These are like how soon can I turn this into 2 first kind of situations. Yeah.
Golden's tough for me. I'm not the biggest Golden guy, but you are getting a first round wide receiver in the second round.
100%. Like you're chasing upside here, right, Garrett? Like we have to we have to take Golden here. And you're right. We don't. Neither of you like love the location, landing spot, or the player. But like I'm 100% taking him here, and I'm chasing upside.
Yep, totally agree. And we have picks 2-8 and 2-10. Yeah, 2-8 and 2-10. Kyle Williams is pretty easy for me there.
Easy for me as well.
And then probably Samson of course goes right there. Elijah Aurora's interesting, especially with the cut of Noah Fant.
I would take the higher draft pick and a higher ceiling, and I would take Terrence Ferguson over Elijah Arroyo.
I wouldn't fight that. It would be a Elijah Arroyo for me based on where I had him, but I'd be fine with either one.
Yeah. I wouldn't fight either way. I would just take Terrence Ferguson.
Right. And then Tootin seems like great value here. Just what could happen. So I'd be fine with Tootin. I'd be fine with Jaden Ballou as well.
I would rather gamble on a player I like because we're such a hole here. I would rather just go ahead and gamble on Jalen Roy. No, because as much as we like Jalen Royals, they do have Xavier Worthy first round pick and they have Rashee Rice, right? Like it's
tough. I do like Royals, and I love that he's been getting work with the ones, but
you know what? I think you're right. I think Tootin or Blue,
just the ceiling play
again for the media flip, right? Like, we're just
100%.
Here we are taking these guys late second, and somehow they get open a door for 2 seconds or potential of a first would be a massive win there.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, I think unfortunately, my guy, you're in a spot where you're just going to have to keep taking the best value you can constantly and looking to turn that value into a little bit more value and a little bit more value and a little bit more value to climb out of this hole.
Yeah, you got to flip those assets that you just draft. Like we went running back heavy there for the most part. It's because it's going to give you your most immediate upside return. Like if Junkins comes back week 7 and then he rushes for like a ridiculous amount of yards, he's good. You're going to probably get 2 firsts for him because his suspension's behind him, you know. Same thing with Caleb Johnson. Like he's a 21-year-old running back in Pittsburgh. You're trying to turn both those into 2 firsts is what you're trying to do.
Yep. Same thing with RJ Harvey, who we took 2.
And it doesn't.
Yeah.
Sorry. No,
you're good.
How good those guys pan out because it doesn't matter. Like you don't want one. How long does it take to turn this around? One good young running back isn't doing you any justice. And this is what we're talking about before. Like that first team we did, Garrett, right? Like what a blessing, what a good spot they were because they had Jamar Chase, right?
Right.
If this team had Brock Bowers, would be in a good spot. Like unfortunately, you have nothing but draft capital. You have nothing else to go off of. There's no head starts. You're going to do it the hard way, and that is.
You're hoping to compete by 28. Like that's the dream. And you
have multiple picks there next year too. So like we have the podcast coming up. We'll walk you through it. That's what we're here for. Our rookie content second to none. You know, we hopefully the running backs, if you get now all of a sudden, if you could turn those 2 running backs into multiple firsts, now you have 4 picks in 26 and 3 in 27. Now, like Garrett said, you're ready to take a big step forward in 2028. A big step.
And the one thing that helps you the most, this would be even a longer road if this was a start 12 league or start 11. You only have to start 8. So if you hit on 4 or 5 of these guys early on and you're able to like that's going to accelerate the process because you don't have to start 10, 11, 12 guys. You're only having to start 8. So that's to your benefit in this rebuild.
And again, guys on here that could possibly pop, right? If McCaffrey goes down, Guerrero goes in, you'll get some picks for him.
Absolutely.
If Barkley goes down, Will Shipley looks good enough in that offense, you'll get something for him. Calvin Austin, if he's number 2, he's in the offense, you'll get something for him. Doug, just be mindful of any player at all that shows value. Put it out there. Hey guys, I'm selling. Like, don't even like start sending trade offers. Put in your group chat as soon as they do good. Hey man, I'm taking the best offer for Khalil Shakir this week. Hey, I'm taking the best offer for Calvin Austin, and be true to it. The best offer you get that week, take it right away. Down to the studs, man. Down to the not like you're not even framed your house yet. Like when I say studs, they're still in the back of the truck, right? I'm not taking the drywall off. You still have the stud. You still have to frame it out. You had the studs, but you have no frame. Like, and honestly, you don't even have your foundation poured.
I would say you got to dig a hole still, buddy.
I think Tucker crafts the hole. That's about as far as he's got. And Purdy, because Purdy's a QB1. So he's got the hole. He bought the lot. The hole is dug. All the material is on site, but now he's got to build it. And if you ever built the house, you hope you have a good contractor. And you're the contractor, buddy.
And you're the contractor, my guy. Awesome. Well, that wraps things up here for us on Roster Rescue. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, tuning in. Keep an eye out. There might be a second show this week. We'll see how things go. We might have an extra one coming on Wednesday. We'll see how many we have and how many come in. So keep an eye out for that. Rich, anything else before we get out of here?
No, just keep. I think this show is going to come very helpful in season as well.
Absolutely.
So we will be running these shows all year long. That's where I think honestly we could get way more shows have to get involved, just because we have to do. Like people are going to like in season. What do I do here? What do I do? Do I make this move? Do I not? Even super set chat questions. Just want to encourage everybody again. Get into the Nerd Herd. If you have a chance to use that fast draft code to get in for $10. We just came back from an expo. We were telling a lot of people I got to see the prototype for it this weekend. But we do have a data hub coming for everybody. This is for sure. This is what I have put as the owner of the company as my top priority, just to let everybody know, like where we stand. It's my must get done. We have a data hub coming that will, if you know what a data hub is, which is again, it's like, what does this player do versus zone? What does he do? What is like every different way you want to look at these data hubs, like look at players and what they have done from stats, like on third downs, versus this kind of protection versus these weeks. Like we have all that data coming into our app, and a lot of people pay a lot of money for that data. It's just slide like all those tools you saw use. It's going right into that same price range. No price increase. No nothing. we promise here at Dynasty Nerds to keep delivering on the tools to help you win. And that's what we do. Like people sign up like, oh, a new membership comes in, like that money goes right back into you to be a better Dynasty player. So we have a lot of things planned up coming up. Like we should be back in the Sleeper Mini here any day now, which is gonna help people out for the rest of the season. But by kickoff, we really want to have the data hub ready for you as well. So if you can take advantage of that, like using Fast Draft, or you can't have Fast Draft there, if you want to make a great investment for your team in your multiple Dynasty leagues, I promise you, the Dynasty GM app, the extra podcasts, the Nerd Score, the Nerd Score Plus, the film room that we have for rookies, everything you need for the 365 days ahead of you, that investment's going to be worthwhile to make your team better. It's going to give you that slight edge over your opponents where people are going left and people are going right. The right trades, the right draft picks that you need to make. And that data hub is going to be just another tool to help get it done. So I encourage everybody to get in there. Like I said, it's going to give you the best information possible. So check it out. And remember, you can download the app for free. You can't use it completely. You can use it in a generic form for free, but that's going to be the number one tool. And, long term, like we want to move everything. We want to move everything into the app. We want to give you access to the film room in the app. Right now, if you look at player cards in the rookie guide and the player books, like if you can watch film on those players right through the app. It takes you to a web page, but right from the app, it goes right to that film. So I encourage everybody to check it out because we are on the cusp of the season, right? Where we have to start, all the work we put in. There is no off-season Dynasty, but all the work we put in to get ready for the season is about to hit. And it's never going to go how we think it's going to be. Right? There's going to be players that disappoint. There's going to be players that step up, and then there's going to be players that get hurt. So it's not like anything. It's not anything you plan out for. There'll be surprises. There'll be shocks, and that's what we do this for, to get it through together, and all with one goal in mind, Garrett. Right? And what is that to do? To win a championship, and that's what we're here for. So we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow for the podcast, but for another roster rescue next week.
We'll see you guys.
Whoops.